Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. We back talking this boxing. You know me. I promise this will be the last day that I'm late for a while. I got to do better. Booyaka, booyaka. Yeah. What's going on? Come on, Oz. Whoa, hold on. Oh. Rap ass. I messed it up. I messed it up. Hold on. All right, that should be better audio. Sorry about that. Rushing today. All right, man, I'm gonna get to this. Look, man, you need to fight. You got to drop them damn belts. All right, I'm going Team Boots today. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all hate on me if you want. Hey, man, Boots is one of the best fighters in boxing, bro. Terence Crawford if Terence Crawford wants a rematch, Errol, it ain't gonna be at 147. If he wants to fight Canelo Alvarez next, that's not at 147, bro. You got to drop them belts. It's time to get it pushing. Okay? It's time to get it pushing. Let's end all of this nonsense of just holding the belts just to say that you're undisputed. Okay? If you're moving up, do what you did at 140, let it go. And I'm willing to debate any and everybody on that today. Just, you know how it goes. Much love in that. Hey, man, thank you, brother. Wow, man, I'm shocked. Thank you for the big support. Bank Felipe official said, good morning to the chat. Won't be coming today, but we'll be listening. Thank you for the excellent boxing knowledge. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Ooh, hold on, where my gone go? Thank you very, very much. Super, super appreciated. More than you know. Way more than you know. Thank you, brother. Philippe, thank you so much. And Daryl McKinney, hey, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for the color in the chat. No joke. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Daryl McKinney. That's the only way I can keep the channel going. So thank you for sponsoring the video. Really, thank you for sponsoring the video. Giovanni Walker said, put in color in the chat early. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Because now I can tell you what I need to tell you. Without fear of all y'all trying to troll on me and getting mad about everything that I got to say. Because I believe this stuff to be true. I know you guys, let me say what's up to everybody in chat, and then once we get to like 200, I'll get into it. But I gave you what I want to talk about. And this Jermell Charlo disrespect is crazy. You guys acting like this dude doesn't exist. Hey, acting like this young man doesn't exist. Dog, look, man. We waited for Errol Spence and Terence Crawford to fight all of last year. All of last year. And all the way to July of this year. All that time is used up. All that time is used up. Sanctioning bodies, all that time is used up. If what we want is good boxing matches, and Terence Crawford is talking about fighting everybody but a welterweight, Terence Crawford need to give up them belts tomorrow. Are you going to fight at the welterweight division again? If he is not going to fight in the welterweight division, then he needs to drop the belts and keep it pushing. No joke. And I'm not saying strip him. I'm saying he needs to drop them. Because we've got people holding on to a lot of belts. We got 2 people holding on to 7 belts. 2 people holding on to 7 belts. 2 holding on to this, and the major championship belts. Between Devin Haney and Terence Crawford, neither one of them are talking about fighting in their divisions which they hold those belts in. You got to let those belts go, man, so we can start getting these good fights. We got a really, really great fighter. We got a great fighters, and great fights can take place at 147. And waiting around to decide whether or not Terence Crawford is going to fight Canelo Alvarez, at 168, or he's going to fight Errol at 154, or if he's going to fight Jermell at 154 or 168, none of those fights include the 147-pound division. None of them. Since they do not include those divisions, since it doesn't include not near one of the people in those divisions, in that division, you got to let those belts go. Because Jaron been waiting forever. Keith Thurman been waiting forever. Our man Ennis has been waiting forever. You got Josh Taylor, who's moving up to 147 pounds. You've got guys like Teofimo Lopez, who may screw around and go to 147. It is time because after we start, let me say what's up to everybody. I'm sorry. Hey, what's going on to my guy, Pac-Man? Says for support. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Seriously, man. It's much needed. Thank you. I tried to warn y'all not to gamble on them fights. So cats are recouping their gambling. People are recouping their gambling losses right about now. It's probably going to take a couple months of people recouping their gambling losses. I told y'all to keep y'all money in your pocket is what I told y'all. I stopped doing business with somebody that does with a gambling website to tell y'all keep y'all money in your pocket. Oh shit. Big Carl Dog, the musician, the famous musician. The famous musician comes through, bro. That is huge. Carl Thomas. Dog, Carl Thomas, what's up, man? Let me tell y'all, man, Carl Thomas said, hey, haven't been through in a minute, but you know I love and respect what you do. Oh, yeah, Bud and Boots, a must-see one, bro. Yes, sir, man. God, dog, Carl Thomas. That's big dog. Seriously, man, it's nice to have musical Hall of Famers come by your chat, dog. Dog, I ain't gonna lie, dog. Between him and Rodney Jerkins, hey, Carl Thomas, Rodney Jerkins came through the chat too. Carl Thomas and Rodney Jerkins. Bro, seriously, that shit right there, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. Like that's an honor, and that's such a blessing, bro. That's such a blessing, man. I for real. Like, for real. That's weird to me. I don't know what you felt like the first time somebody that was major people knew who you were. Oh, and Damian Lillard. And Damian Lillard. Man, that's dope, man. I ain't gonna lie. Thank you. Yeah, that's the real Carl. Yes, that's the real Carl Thomas. Hey, man, hold on. All right. I gotta stop being starstruck. All right, back to not being starstruck. Brother, thank you so much, brother, for that support, bro. Thank you so much for that support, bro. Thank you so much for that. I'd play a song if I didn't get hit with a copyright violation. Yeah, I would. But I want to get hit with I don't want to get hit with a copyright violation. And and Freeway. I forgot. Yeah. And Freeway. Oh, how could I forget Freeway? And Freeway. Yeah, dog. That's like what's up? No joke. Carl Thomas should be Renchel for sure. Absolutely. Anyway, man, starstruck time. Definitely starstruck time. Big time. Oh, I hear. Where am I going? Oh, no, he's a moderator. It's just all in red. Now he's a moderator. He's just all in red. Philadelphia Freeway. Yeah, Freeway. Carl Jerkins. Rodney Jerkins and Carl Thomas. And Damian Lillard. And Terence Crawford. And Errol Spence. Hey, man. You a weirdo, bro. I'm a weirdo. Let's go to the hate. You're a weirdo, bro. He only had the belts for a month. You're telling him to drop his belts. You're a weirdo. All you want to do is hate on Crawford. And since he beat the hell out of Spence, no, that's not. He needs to drop the belts. He's not fighting in 147 anymore. Dumbass. He's saying that he's not fighting at 147 anymore. You think he should hold on to the belt if he's not going to fight in the weight class, dummy? Look, here's the link, bro. I can afford to fry somebody's ass. Okay. Okay. Look, let me put on a show. Let me show you how many octaves are there. Let me show you my 9-octave range. Why I fry your ass. Okay? Dummy. If you are not going to, if you say I am no longer going to be fighting at this weight division, you should drop the belts because you're not going to defend the belts. The only thing that the belts are doing for him right now are allowing him to say that he's undisputed right now. Drop the belts. He's not fighting Errol Spence Jr. at 147 next fight. He's not. If he wants to fight Canelo, he's not fighting Canelo at 147. And if he said the other person he wants to fight is Jermell Charlo. Dummy. You think he should hold on to the belts? Errol is never going to fight at 147 again. And the only person, I was telling the same stuff yesterday. Look, dude, don't be a dumbass. How long is somebody supposed, and let me tell you something else. Canelo, if he is not going to fight, he need to do something too. If he's not going to fight David Benavidez and David Morrell. You're just a hater of me. I'm telling you the truth. Drop the belts. Defend the belts. He just got them. Stop it. What do you mean? He's got to defend the belts. Yes. Defend the belts. Hello? Yeah, sorry about that. Hold on one second. All right. Yeah, it's called a title defense for a reason. What do you think he should do? You got enlighten me. Please enlighten me. Please, 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 Lord, enlighten me. Here's the link. Enlighten me as to why that shouldn't be the case. If you are outwardly saying that you're not going to fight anybody in that division, he's not even pretending. He's not even pretending that he's going to fight anybody in that division. You don't want him to fight Jaron Ennis because it doesn't do anything for his legacy. Isn't that what you guys say? Help me out here. Since I'm such a hater, help me out here. Help me out here. He won't fight. Charlo is still holding 154 belts and challenging Canelo, yeah, for one fight, and he said he's coming back. And guess what? He got stripped of one. He's about to get stripped of one as soon as he steps in the ring. Jermell Charlo said he wants his belt and he's going to come back and defend his belts. He said he can come back. He's taking a voluntary fight. He hasn't had a, by the way, he said Fanon had to put on his white voice my white voice for, man, talk to my son, you fucking bozo. I had to put my white voice on to talk to my son. I don't have a white voice. Fuck you talking about? My voice is Negro. Well, y'all be saying some dumb shit. My voice is black. 100% Negro. This is how I speak to any and everybody that I speak to. I don't have to change my diction for anybody. I'm sorry. I don't have to. You may have to. I don't have to. I can speak to anybody like I speak to everybody. That's why you need to learn. That's why you need to learn how to speak intelligently, not intelligently. But, it's just increase your vocabulary and have a little bit of, a little bit of style. But dude, I speak the same way to any and everybody. I can speak to a policeman and I don't have to polish my voice up at all. Only thing I have to do is not cuss. That's it. Not cuss and not make facial expressions like, man, will you stop saying that stupid shit? Like, I can't say that. Stupid shit. Hey, Big Dog Wood said, according to the book of Haney, chapter 2, paragraph 5, thou shalt not question all the knowing Bill Haney in anything pertaining to reality. Amen. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah, that's just funny. That's funny. But I don't want to talk about Bill Haney today. I'm on a truce. A truce. Just because you sound like you have some sense, you got to put his white voice on. Your voice is not white, man. Your voice is Negro. You're Negro. How can you have a white voice if you got a nigger? Man, first of all, do you know how white people in the South sound? Do you know how white you sound? Like an English person. You speak English. You may sound like you're from the South. Those white people in the South sound just like black people. Because guess what? Black people are sounding like white people. Just like, guess what? Have you ever heard how people show pictures of like the skull formations of ancient Egyptians, and they say, look, it looks just like these people from Britain. It looks just like these people from Sweden. Do you know what you should say to them everywhere? Yeah, because they know they got African features. Their skin is white, but they got African features. It's not like the Africans got European features. No, the Europeans got African features because that's where they came from. They just want to literally put the cart before the horse. Oh, we know the Egyptians are not African. They were not black because look at their features and look at the ancient Greeks. Look at the ancient Vikings, and they do skull comparisons. Yeah, because they went there. Okay, they didn't go down there and then go back up there. They were there and they went there. So therefore, they got skulls just like their ancestors have. Okay, so let's get the voice thing right. All you black people sound like white people. Every single solitary one of you sound like white people. You just sound like Southern ones. Southern ones. Listen to somebody from the South talk. Listen to white people in Alabama get loose when they talk. They sound like y'all with slightly less tone in their voice. Now, there is an African sound, a Black American sound to your voice where you can tell, oh, that's a black dude. And it don't matter how you speak, you'll catch it. Anyway, no, man, I roundly reject that nonsense that I sound white at all or I got a white voice at all. I do not. I'm a Negro and my voice is Negro. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Oh, yeah. Deborah Burger said, good morning, Fanon. Hope everything is good with you. I'm doing great and cancer-free. Yes, sir. Exactly. Robert said, I'm Ethiopian. Hey, put some respect on us. Exactly. I am. That's what they say, y'all. I'm putting a lot of respect on Ethiopians. They got Ethiopian features. They got those thin noses. They get their thin noses, thin faces, all of that. That's African, okay? And if they go there, their features go there. Definitely give Ethiopia all kind of respect. No joke about respecting Ethiopia. Deborah Booker, thank you so much for coming by. I'm happy you're doing well, sister. Happy you're doing well. Happy you're doing well. Cancer-free. Let's get some gongs for that. Hey, and big times. Oh man, the big support's big. Thank you, the big time today. Thank you for sponsoring it. My guy, Mr. Renee. I'll just say Renee, to you and your family's health and prosperity. Thank you for the big time support. Really, 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 truly, truly, truly. Thank you for the big time support. Thank you for the big time support. Big time. Thank you. That means a lot, man. Y'all don't know how much that means. That means a lot. The support y'all give. Thank you. And in return from that, I will give you everything that I got that can come out this dome that will do anything that can help you in any way. Shout out and much respect to Ethiopia. If I said anything that made you think that I was disrespecting Ethiopia, I'm not. Absolutely, positively am not. But I am disrespecting some of y'all talking this craziness. Believe it. Some of y'all believe it, I'm disrespecting you because I don't respect you. At least to the extent that I can see you and when I hear what you say. Because remember, what you say is the only thing that I know about you. I only see little words coming across my screen, and that's all I know about you. So don't act like I got something against you and all the things that you do in your life, because honestly, I don't know you. I don't know what your face looks like. I don't know what your voice sounds like. I don't know what you do every day. I didn't go to high school with you. I ain't been in the neighborhood. Even if you and I don't like each other, I don't know whether or not you can dislike somebody else. Claymore Rain in the building. What's going on, Claymore Rain?
What's going on, Fanon? How you feeling this morning?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. You see, we got superstars in the building.
I see, bro. I see Carl Thomas. I don't know what's going on, man. It's bigger than I thought it was. And I knew it was big, but hey, man.
You know what it is? It's these boxers, Errol Spence and Terence Crawford and Jaron Ennis. People interested in this are interested in this boxing, so they just come around to hear the conversation.
No, that's why I'm here.
You know what it is. This boxing thing is nice, man. These guys are doing their thing, man. We getting big fights. So you get big fights, you get big attention from the black community, and people putting money down on their fights. They supporting people. It's a beautiful thing when we support black fighters, because you get to see a lot of this stuff. When you get the whole black community behind the sport of boxing, sport of boxing in the United States does really, really well. That's why we got to fight so hard against all of this stuff that people do when they're trying to tear down black fighters and tell them they don't sell and they don't do this and they don't do that, when the biggest names in boxing in America have always been black.
Talk about it, man. Talk about it, man. It's the truth. And that's, let's be honest, like we talked about this like 2 weeks ago. I don't know how long it was as far as Jaron and Terence is concerned. That's a big fight. You know what I mean? That's a show for us. That's the fans winning. We get to see something beautiful if we see a fight like that. Like I said last week, shout out to both those brothers. Blessings of both those brothers. You know what I'm saying? I got no horse in the race. I mean, maybe I'm leaning a little towards Terence based off I just think he got more experience. But at the end of the day, I know whoever wins, God bless both of them, their families, they're feeding their families. Mike Tyson said it before. If you really love somebody, give him a fight. You know what I mean? Help him feed his family. You know what I mean? Help him take care of his family. But at the same time, as far as Terence is concerned, I don't think he needs to fight Jaron. You know what I'm saying? I think he's at a point in his career right now where he's looking for some big legacy fights. He's either looking to leave and go play with his kids, or he's trying to do something that's gonna personally do something for himself. And I think he's earned that. I want him to fight Jaron, though. I don't think nobody don't want him to fight Jaron. If anybody knows boxing, they know what they're gonna get in a fight like that. But at the same time, he gets the grace. You know what I mean? He gets the grace to do what he wants to do. Whatever he chooses to do, we're going to support you, and that's going to be what it is. But as far as people talking about his belt getting stripped, that's part of it too. If you ain't going to defend the belt, they're going to take that from you. And it doesn't make him not unified anymore. I mean, makes him presently not unified, but he still has the accolades and the accomplishments, and there's nothing wrong with that either. You know what I mean? I have no problem with it either way. I'm okay with it either way. I'm good with it either way. But that's about it for me, man. I don't want to hold you up long. I just want to show some love.
Let me tell you something, man. It is every morning I get up, dog. I swear, man. I swear, every morning I get up, if I feel like how you kind of have them negative thoughts creep up a little bit in your head, like, oh man, that this man, I immediately turn that shit into, man, I am so blessed to get up. This day is going to be wonderful. this is just, man, I can't wait to this. Yeah. And then you just change it. You got to fight that. Like, you got to turn that shit into positively right away. Don't let yourself get up in the morning. Don't let yourself put your first, because just FYI, no joke. Because I've actually been to the hospital, and if people know this, I've been to the hospital for mental illness, right? Okay. Suffered it, like had really, really bad situations. And one of the things that is the best for my mental health is two things that I learned. Be thinking positively about the day that's coming up before I put my foot on the ground. And when I put my foot on the ground, I turn around and I make my bed all the way up and set a goal to make my bed as well as I can make my bed. And then not only have I woken up with positive thoughts in my morning, and I'm already believing that it's going to be a good, positive day, then I've immediately accomplished the goal as soon as I start going. So that not only in my mind am I winning, in my actual actions, I've accomplished something that needs to be accomplished. And when I go to bed at night, that bed is made, it's fresh, the sheets aren't wrinkled. I get to pull it over, I get to go to sleep, and then I'm telling you, that type of stuff right there will make your day so much better, because you can't control anything in the world that's actually going to go on right outside of you. The things are outside of your control, but you definitely can affect your attitude towards it. But if you start off with a bad mood if you start off like, oh, this day is going to be terrible. Oh man, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. It's going to cause you to procrastinate. It's going to cause that. At least that was my experience. So that's my 2 cents for you. So when you ask me how I'm doing, I'm telling you right now, I'm feeling blessed, man. I've got almost 30 pounds off me. My blood pressure is normal.
Motivate me. I was talking about that the other day when you was talking about, the cucumber water and the things that you were doing and eating the fish and getting off the meat. And I was like, and I'm rubbing my stomach while you talking, like,
you know what it is, though? You know what it really is, dog? I'm telling you, man. These other dudes told a lot of guys in the chat, a lot of people, women too, told me this in the chat. And I've heard it for a long time, but I swear, dude, this is absolutely, I think, 100% true. Got to get rid of the sugar and the things that turn into sugar. Like if you have like vegetables and stuff, like because what happens is, and I never understood this, but I understand it now. Whenever you have sugar that goes into your system, whether it's bread, turns into sugar like bread, or whether it is actual table sugar or processed foods, your insulin spikes. Right. And insulin is fat storage. Like, I didn't realize this, that insulin, the job of insulin is to regulate your blood sugar, right, and bring it down. But what it'll do is it'll take that sugar and it'll put it into fat. So so all calories are not equal. If you like, it won't do that. Say you're eating like broccoli.
Right.
Broccoli is not going to turn into fat.
Right.
But and fat, watch this shit. Fat is not going to turn into fat. Fat won't, because your body is going to burn in this order. Your body burns glucose first, which is sugar.
Okay.
It will not burn fat as long as it has glucose and sugar in your system. After the sugar is out of your system, then your body starts burning the fat. And the reason you want to eat fat and not sugar is that your body has to be trained to look for fat as fuel. Because if it's not looking, if you keep giving it sugar, like you keep giving it bread, you keep giving it flour, processed sugar, you keep giving it, your body's going to be like, that's what I'm going to fuel off of. And the way that sugar works, it burns it quickly, but insulin comes in and forces you to store fat. But when you eat fat, like avocados, or you eat like dark meat chicken, your body starts looking for the fat to burn. And fat doesn't raise your insulin because fat burns more slowly. It's more stable. So it doesn't burn
that sugar out.
You got to get dude, seriously, man. It's like, dude, sugar is as bad as alcohol.
And it comes disguised, right? Like, you thinking like, all right, I'm not going to eat candy no more. And you're like, man, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Like, You
Yeah,
got to
it's
get the
because that's
potato.
just
You got the bread. You got to get at the. You got to get
yeah,
at all things.
yeah.
that is not
But then because what they call it is you got to get your body to be what they call fat adapted.
right.
You got to convince your body to look for the fat to burn. And once once your body starts looking for fat to burn because you don't have much carbohydrates, because it's carbohydrates in your system, then the fat starts falling off, bro. And I swear, dude, I've been and then you got it like that intermittent fasting, like stop eating at 8 and don't eat till 12. That
Right.
shit allows all that stuff to leave your body. I'm telling you, man, that shit works, man. Because I'm down, man. I was almost 280, man, and I'm dipping below 250 now in about 5 months, and I'm eating.
Right.
I mean, I'm eating, and it's not necessary because I used to think that you could exercise your way past it. You can't. Like, you cannot burn enough energy. And there's another thing, and I'll get on to the boxing again. Do you know what I learned, man, about exercise?
Wait, say it one more time. Say it.
Exercise. Exercise. You can never out exercise your diet. You'll never burn enough calories to get rid of that shit. You just keep getting fatter. You'll be in better shape. You know, like you'll get better endurance and you'll get more muscle, but you're still going to keep fat on you. But guess what this shit is? Do you know what happens if you run too fast? Like, do you know how you exercise? You see people sweating,
right. Get that cardio going. Right.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That shit does not burn fat. The only exercise that burns fat is walking. Low intensity. Because, and this is why, it's crazy how the body works, man. If you run and you're pumping your heart, your body goes into emergency mode and it calls for sugar. The only thing it's going to burn when you're sweating, like your heart rate is way up.
Right.
All it's going to do is burn for sugar because your body is in emergency mode. But when you walk and you keep your heart rate low and you walk for like an hour, it's not going to burn sugar. It burns fat because the fat is low intensity. Because that's something they're like, oh my, your body says, well, I don't need all of that sugar because I'm not an emergency. I'm just walking. So let's burn the fat.
So you're doing a lot of research, bro. Like,
dude, I'm telling you, because I don't want to die.
Talk about it. Oh man.
Shit, I don't want to stroke, bro. Yes, sir, man. Because these people put me onto this dude, Dr. Bobby Price. And this other guy, this white dude, I can't remember his name, but it's like Eric something or other. But he does like
Eric something. I know you're talking about.
White dude with the bald head.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yep.
See, what he does is he gets into the blood work. Like he's like Price is all about, you know, like whole foods. And they basically saying same thing. But this guy, the white dude with the bald head, he's gonna break down exactly what your blood is doing. Exactly what your blood is doing. And basically it's that. It's like and then here's the other thing. Dude, I learned that blood pressure, the only problem with blood pressure is if you get diabetes. Because if you get diabetes, like they're basically saying like, dude, the biggest fucking problem is insulin resistance. Because you keep pushing food into your system, like eating 3 times a day is bad for you. Because you're always pushing food into your system and your body doesn't have something, then your insulin has to go in there and grab it and throw it into the cell to feed the cell, but the cell has so much in it that the cell doesn't want it. And then because the cell won't take it, then the pancreas makes more insulin in order to try to push it in. So you get a ton of insulin. And then because you have so much insulin, your cells won't accept the inner, and that's why we get all that belly fat. Because it keeps putting fat on our belly, fat on our body. I'm telling you, they lied. These people lied about that shit, about fats being bad. Fats are good as long as it's not trans fats. And trans fats is when they cook it and they do all kind of shit to it. But fats are good. Sugar is horrible. Sugar is just like alcohol. Like, so when you eat Wheaties and you eat that bread, dog, you might as well be taking a shot of vodka.
Listen, Jesus. I might as well take one if I'm going to do that. At least get a buzz. Don't sit there and just feed just
exactly, bro.
But I'm telling you, that money got them doing that. They want us to buy sugar because of the money, because of the corn, because of we can get all into that's all it is, right?
The fructose, the glucose and the fructose. But yeah, dude, listen to those dudes, man, because I listen to them every day because I have to understand this shit. because dude, no joke, I got up to 280. And I was like, hold the fuck on here. I'm walking every day, bro. Tony Bell said, Fanon, you losing people in the chat. Stick off the topic. No, watch this. Watch this, Tony Sticks. Shut up. I don't care. Goodbye, everybody in the chat, if y'all don't want to talk. But anyway, that's me on that.
Yeah. Well, look, we're gonna Tony, we're gonna hook you up, bro. I want to talk about Tony, we're gonna hook you up, bro. My bad, Tony. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, look, man. I'm just a fat man trying to save my life. Okay.
You saving my life. I was here with you, bro. I'm right here with you. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want Tony upset. Tony, hold on, Tony. Wait a second, Tony. Frank Martin and Shakur Stevens. You know what I mean? Big fight, in my opinion. I think Shakur gets it.
You talking about Frank Martin
and Shakur Stevens?
Yeah.
Right. I think Shakur needs that fight. He needs a fight, and it's to me, it seems like the division's ducking him. Nobody really want that smoke. Everybody can say what they want to say, but the division seems to be ducking him. And Gervonta not ducking him. We know he not. But Gervonta definitely is concerned about his money, and he's not going to fight the young bull until it makes monetary sense. You know what I mean? And I think this fight with Frank Martin is a big fight for him, an important fight for him, because he needs a fight like this to get the eyes on him that he needs. I see him doing a lot of media. You know, he's doing a lot of interviews, you know, so I know he's going in the right direction, but I'm happy he got this fight with Frank Martin. I did not really want to see him, you know, either him or Devin is what I wanted to see. I'm happy he got a fight like this. What do you think?
Oh, I'm good. I like the fight, man. I think I disagree with what a lot of people are saying, man. It's beautiful that the best are fighting. I think the best are fighting each other at lightweight. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, first of all, I believe full-fledged that Shakur Stevenson is already known by everybody. And that people don't want to fight Shakur Stevenson because they're going to lose to his ass. Like, just no joke. Like, I don't like I'm not the how can I say this, man? I'm not like the biggest Shakur Stevenson fan in the world, as in. And what I mean by that is, I know why he can rub people the wrong way. Right. Shakur has rubbed me the wrong way on multiple occasions, bro. So I can understand why people are like, think to themselves, you know, I'm not really big on Shakur Stevenson. But I ain't gonna lie at all. Shakur Stevenson has the ability to beat everybody in that division. I'm not gonna say he's gonna beat everybody in that division.
Right.
I'm not going to say that he is going to beat everybody in that division, but that's why these dudes want to fight him. Even Gervonta Davis, I don't think Gervonta Davis is trying to stay away from him. I just think there are different promotional outfits, and Bob Arum isn't going to make that fight. So that fight's not available to Gervonta, and that fight's not available to Shakur. But the reason why he'll make the Frank Martin fight is it's number one, it's not going to be pay-per-view. Frank Martin's a lot less expensive, and Shakur has a better chance of beating Frank Martin than he does of Gervonta Davis. So, but I do think that all of these guys, I think the lightweight division has been going really, really well. Like, I'm not one of these people that think Gervonta's not fighting anybody. That's just bullshit that he's not fighting anybody. You may not, you're pointing to him not fighting the top ranked guys, you know, because the top ranked guys aren't fighting him either because their promoter's not. But that's how I take it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Good fight. I think it's a good fight for Shakur. I'm happy for him. And then I don't want to hold you forever, but we could do this forever. Trust me. Boo Boo and David Benavidez. How you feel about that?
I love the fan. I love it. I love the fight, man. I like that shows that David Benavidez. First of all, I like David Benavidez, and I think David Benavidez is one of the best fighters in boxing. And that's another reason that I think, like, look, for real, if somebody's going to move up to 168, they need to be fighting him. They got to fight him, and they got to fight David Morrell. Because look, we're going to run into the same problem that people are complaining about with Jaron. When you get up to 168, it say, for example, Terence Crawford beats. Terence Crawford beats Canelo. What's the question immediately going to be? Are you going to fight David Benavidez or David Morrell? And then you're going to hear the same questions again. You're going to hear the same stuff. Well, no, he's looking for legacy. What does that? Now we can't keep doing this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can't do this shit.
You're right.
And that's why I say you can't. I don't support that. Me personally, I don't support that for anybody. If Errol Spence Jr. had beaten Terence Crawford and Errol Spence was staying at 147, Errol Spence Jr.'s fight need to be Keith Thurman, Jaron Ennis, or Manis Stanionis. Preferably Jaron Ennis, because ain't nobody confused about who the best fighter is. Really, at 147, who is not either Errol or Terence Crawford. At this stage, ain't nobody picking Keith Thurman to beat Jaron Ennis. Nope. But if you go up to 147, he goes up to 168 and he beats Canelo, then is that where we're at? We're going to be like, well, no, now he doesn't have to fight these guys because he's so much above and beyond the requirement of fight. That's where we're going to be.
They just got to take the belts from him. That's it. And I think he's ready to let go of the belts. I think he's okay with that. Yeah. He's okay with that. He's going to make them take it, though. He's not just going to hand it over to him, but take it.
Look,
you know?
If I'm a sanctioning body,
right,
and you're telling me you don't need a fight with the mandatory,
I'm taking
then you're telling me you don't need the belt.
Period.
If you don't need the mandatory, you don't need the belt. Since you don't need the belt, get a belt up. And we got another belt in whatever weight class you going up to. Get that dude a shot. Rank him really high at 168 for any one of those belts he want to fight for up there.
Right. Don't hold the division up. Don't hold the division up. Like the Charlos are doing that right now too. You know, both of them really. Jamal's really just like, man. But Jermell, same thing. He had a legitimate excuse with his surgery and the things that he had to deal with. But still, at the same time, now you're about to go up to fight Canelo. Yeah, we're gonna take that off you. That don't make any sense. We're not gonna hold this division up for you. We just can't do it for you. Oh my God, what I was gonna say. I don't want to do this to you.
Yeah. Hey, come back later, man. Let me get a couple of these super chats, brother. I love talking to you, though.
No doubt. Hey, Tony, you can have him back. Don't be like that.
Man, screw that, dog, because I want to talk about that stuff. That, like I said, in the chat, dude, if I have anything valuable that I can give to people, dude, my blood pressure, before I started doing, I put the 2 links in the chat, I'm telling you. Before I started doing first of all, my blood pressure was getting measurements of like 155 over 100, which is high.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So I was like, man, and then I got on blood pressure medicine, and my blood pressure medicine got it down to where it was like regularly be like 130 over, 130 over whatever, like 130, say over 90, right? Okay. So it was down. Man, after sticking with this, and I'm telling you, I've been doing it for like 4 months, and it's just, dude, seriously, the food is fucking good, bro. Like, because I cook for myself. So making shrimp over broccoli with onions and tomatoes and cheese, and salmon or hamburgers over greens, like sauteed greens with, dude, you learn to cook for your fucking self. This food is good as shit. Like, I'm eating well. Like, and I'm not. So anyway, doing this shit, dude, and I'm not got off the medicine because I'm waiting to go to the doctor to get her off. But dude, my shit's coming through at 117 over 71.
That's it.
117. That's it. I got a 115 over, it was like 115 over 70 over 69. So it's
men
like,
lie, women lie. The numbers don't, right?
Them shits, hell no. And the funny thing is, man, like I started doing shit like just taking my blood sugar. Like I got the diabetic machine. I'm not diabetic. I'm not even pre-diabetic, none of that. But I got that machine that did my glucose, and my glucose is normal. But there's a trick you can do with it. Because say my glucose is like 80, like 86, just between normal is between 70 basically they say it's between 70 and 100 is normal if you haven't eaten anything. So mine is like at 86. But then I would go on these intermittent, I would go on a fat, I would do not eat for 16 hours out of the day, right? And guess what? My blood sugar went up. Go watch this shit. I'm telling you, that's why you got to listen to these dudes, man. They will teach you. So I freaked out. I was like, what the fuck? My blood sugar went up. My blood sugar is usually 86. Why is it at 93? Guess what? They were like, that's good. Because what's happening is because you don't have any carbohydrates in your system, you don't have any insulin pushing it down. Since your insulin is not pushing it down, it's actually grabbing the glucose that's stored from your body, putting it into the blood system and getting rid of it.
Okay. That makes sense. I see what you're saying now.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like when you go into that intermittent, when you don't eat that stuff and you let your body clear out that food, it's looking and it doesn't have carbohydrates in there. It starts pulling the stored sugar that's hurting you out and getting rid of it. Dog, I'm telling you, I did put the 2 links for those 2 guys. One is very, very scientific based. Like he's giving you the details on how to read your blood and do all of that.
Right.
I'm telling you, man, that shit is to me, and I don't have to take naps anymore. I don't get mad anymore. I don't you haven't seen me like really even freak out and like get super amped because it just keeps my mood so stable.
Your
nerves. It's amazing. I'm telling you, man, it's really, really good stuff, bro. It's really, really good stuff, man. And it just is the exact opposite of how I'm sorry, I don't want to sound racist here. How the white people that taught me how to eat. And like they said, like you get that is like religion and nutrition and anything else. If you get it from the system of white supremacy, you better check it and make sure that shit actually behaves like it behaves. And I'm telling you, the shit that they taught in school about what we should be eating and what is good and what is bad for us, dude, it's completely backwards. And this shit is not, it's backwards. It's backwards, man.
It's money driven. It's money driven. That's it. It's health. Keep you in the hospital, keep you hungry, keep you buying food, you know what I'm saying? Money.
And that's what that sugar, that's something else that sugar does. By eating all those carbohydrates and eating the breads and eating the refined foods and all that stuff, what happens is your body is used to burning it, but it burns it quickly. So since it burns it quickly, you get hungry faster and you crave that. Right. So you wind up needing 4 or 5 meals a day to satisfy your hunger. If you're eating fat, when you're living off of fat, you only need to eat once a day, eat twice a day. So you eat less calories even by that. So you shouldn't even be counting calories because you eat a bunch of calories, but your calories are sugar. Your calories are still going to force you to crave more sugar. That's going to get in excess and put more fat on your body. This shit is amazing. I'm telling you, once you listen to these dudes and you get to the point that you like, I would listen to it. That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. But I listened to it to the point where I could really understand and be able to repeat what they're saying. Bro, that shit is like, and even cancer.
It's drugs.
Cancer eats sugar.
Oh, so we feeding cancer with the sugar.
Yes, when you put all that shit, when you eat that bread, you are literally feeding cancer. Because because cancer grows, right? What does it eat to grow? It eats sugar to grow. Prostate cancer, the rise of prostate cancer, breast cancer in women. Dude, that shit is a poison. But anyway, let me stop because I'll talk all day about it because I'm learning.
I'm here, and I'll be here for it. So,
and it helps me understand it. Just so you know, I'm being selfish too, because I don't really ever believe that I truly can understand something until I can explain it. And it's kind of like practicing in the mirror a little bit to me right now.
As you minister to me, you minister to yourself, man, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
All right, bro, come back again, though, man. I love talking to you, man.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right, brother. Get back, man. Peace. Claymore Rain in the building. We're back to boxing now. Chosen Game said, talk about whatever you want for now. We're learning something. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Y'all heard what I said, though. You guys did this. Y'all helped me so much by the dude that said, hey, man, look up this dude, Bobby Price. Because I was listening to the other guy in the link, and he was hard to understand. Bobby Price is easier to understand, but that guy goes into way, way more depth. And just intellectually, I need more depth to really get and be able to work with it. What's going on, Hanif? Hey, real quick, Hanif. I see you, brother. I'm sorry it took me so long, man. And my guy Trey Brown in the building said, "Thanks for the game, bro. I needed that. God really works in mysterious ways. Salute to you. Stay healthy." Yes, sir, man. I'm trying to be here, man. Much love in that super chat, brother. And hold on one second. And shout out. Hold on. I think I got it. Oh, I got it. All right. Mr. Hanif, how can I help you, man?
Hey, I'm good. I didn't want to talk boxing. I just wanted to give you a shout out because while I was watching your stream, I was about to go get myself a sugary snack. And then I heard you start talking and you changed my mind. So just shout out to you on that, man. Helping me
Hey,
stick
man,
to
my pleasure,
diet.
man. Hey, look, I'm just telling you, man, that shit is, that sugar is a killer, man.
Every point you nailed it. Every single point. All right, that's all I wanted to say. I just want to give you a shout out for that, man.
Hey, thanks, Hanif. I mean, it means a lot. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
No worries. Thank you, bro.
Thank you. Yes, sir. All right, so let me put this link in the chat. Somebody want to talk this boxing. We're gonna be rubbing his head, wondering what happened when he sees the ghost. Shakur, a bad boy in the ring, kind of diva-ish outside the ring currently, though. Look, man, I'm gonna tell you right now about that boy. That boy can fight, man. That dude can fight, man. Shakur Stevenson can fight, man. Like, you say what you want about that boy. That boy can fight, man. I don't like what's his name. What's that boxing name? The one that keeps getting in keeps people starting all that nonsense. The guy plays for the Hornets. Ja Morant. Bro, I'm not a big Ja Morant fight, but god dog, that boy can jump though. Hey, who do you think? Tony Brown said, who do you think wins between Keyshawn Davis and Frank Martin? Frank Martin. I think Frank Martin does. Frank Martin. I'm not a big believer in Keyshawn Davis. I'm not the biggest believer in Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis, a big boy. Oh, yeah, he plays for Memphis. Sorry, thank you. He might not be the biggest fan of John Morant in the world. Because he talking about, hey, dog Jordan. You tripping. Jordan would put about 100 on you. Yeah, you tripping. You stone cold tripping about what you're going to do to that kid, to that man. However, I ain't going to sit there and say that man can't jump. Got dog, he can jump. Definitely got super duper springs. Got super duper springs. You know, Ja Wick. Hey, man, what is Hey, if you know, you know. Oh, okay. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Yes, sir. Who do you think went? Yeah, that's who I think. I'll take Frank Martin right now, but I think Keyshawn Davis ain't gonna be ready for him for like 2 years. Keyshawn Davis ain't gonna fight him for like 2 years. They're gonna get some rate. They're gonna get what's that man's name? They're gonna get what's his name? Rick Glazier. They're gonna give Rick Glazier's fighters a lot of money off of him first. They're gonna get plenty of opportunities for Rick Glazier's to get some to barter himself some money. I can't believe King came with that nonsense. My guy is Dominic Wilkins. Yeah, very underrated player, Dominic Wilkins. Yeah, Dominic Wilkins, a great Hall of Fame fighter, just Hall of Fame basketball player, just like Errol Spence Jr. is a Hall of Fame basketball player. But back to the original subject matter at hand. And here's back to the subject matter at hand. It is time, if you're not going to fight at a weight class, just drop the belts. Otherwise, I'm going to have to keep saying fight Boots, fight Thurman. You're going to have to do it. Barbara D, thank you, sister. You freed me to do a little bit more of that. Excellent conversation. You're never too old to learn. Yeah, they're telling the truth about that sugar. You know what they say, Barbara D? Sugar, what do they say? Sugar in the what? Sugar in the kidneys. What is it? Sugar in the kidneys is diabetes. Or sugar in the blood is diabetes. Sugar in the eyes is glaucoma. Sugar in the blood is cancer. Like, it's really tough, man. But it's not just the processed sugar. It really is like the things that you have to make. If you have to make it, God didn't give it to you. And it's going to be out of balance for your body. YSM Sports Media here? What's up? Well, man, I'm honored. To the great YSM Sports Media, fans should be calling for Crawford boots. I am definitely calling for that fight, without a doubt. You either got to fight that man or you got to drop them belts, man. I ain't trying to sit on those superstars, okay? We ain't trying to sit on those superstars. Jaron Ennis deserves a shot at that belt. That man waited all last year for the shots of them belts. If you're going to fight, if you're going to defend the belts, defend the belts. Hey, thank you. Say, hey, correct. It feeds a lot of ailments: alcohol, white rice, dairy, bread, dairy. It's hard to let go, but I needed good stuff, man. Yes, sir. If he's going to drop the belts, then drop the belts, because then Boots can go up there and get him. At that point in time, he's going to have to fight him. See, there's two routes to that. You drop the belts, Gervonta. If you drop the belts, Jaron's going to get him. You drop the belts, Jaron's going to get him. There ain't nobody in that division going to beat that dude. Gullah Root said, hey, good to hear another brother has figured out the science behind nutrition to heal the body correctly. A few years ago, I dropped from 320 to 180 using those same methods of lifestyle changes. Thank you, Gullah Root. God dang, I had to figure that shit out. I got to figure that out, man. Got to figure it out, or it's not going to work. For me, it's not going to work. Like, I lost a lot of weight just on the Atkins diet, like not eating bread. It worked. I didn't know why it worked, so I went back. Appreciate you all, your love and support for Fanon. Appreciate the chat. Yes, sir, man. Anytime, bro. Dog. Philly till I die. That's where my family's from. So you know I'm a rep. You know I'm gonna. Dog, I ain't never lived in Philly. I only grew up. My father grew up in Philadelphia, and my cousins were in Philadelphia. My aunts. I mean, not my aunts. All of my uncles, Philadelphia. So you know, as a little kid, summers getting tasty cakes and running down to grab tasty cakes, hoagies, and cheese steaks, man. Man, some great child memories, man, in Philadelphia, man. West Philadelphia. Absolutely. Some of my favorite childhood memories are there, man. My grandfather, you know how y'all had them row houses? They lived in a row house. Go upstairs, go to the kitchen on the first floor of the row house and be able to sit out there. My granddad would open the back door and he'd be making pancakes and flapjacks and bacon, man. She was the greatest, man. Yeah, man. I miss my grandparents, man. I miss Philadelphia, and I love Philadelphia. Love Philadelphia. Bud should drop the belts because it means nothing to happen at this point. Yeah, dude, it's just time. Look, man, I don't like don't do the prima donna shit. Okay, we ain't got no room for no Arrow's not a prima donna, bro. Ain't nobody worried about pay-per-view with Boots and David Avanesyan. I'm 100% sure Bud and Boots would double that. Look, it doesn't even matter, Tony Brown. You know why? Because Showtime said that they would pay for the fight. Who cares? Showtime said they believe it's the biggest fight. Obviously, it's not going to be as big as Canelo, but Showtime said it was going to be the biggest fight. It's a big fight. We're talking about it right now. Ain't you the guy, Tony Brown, that said I was losing people in my chat because I wasn't talking about the subject? Was that you, Tony Brown? The subject is Terence Crawford must fight Jaron Ennis, Thurman, or drop belts. So if I was losing people in my chat because I wasn't talking about Jaron Ennis, if you're in here talking about Jaron Ennis, how are you going to say that's not a fight to be made? That's a fight to be made. Let's not pretend. I don't hate that he got the belts at all, cornball. I hate that you bump your lips and don't hit this chat. You hate that Bud has to fight somebody. You hate that there's somebody else there. You hate that people care what I think and nobody cares what you think. You hate that your mama cheated on your daddy. You hate that you got cut from your junior high school basketball team. I don't care what you hate. And who cares what I hate? I don't hate that he has the belts. I don't hate that he has the belts. I like that he has the belts. Good job, because you know why? Because I like that he fought Errol Spence. I'm a trash channel. Click the link, bum. Click the link, bum. Click the link, bum. And prove it to me that it's trash. Why you playing in the garbage, Oscar? Why you playing in the garbage, Oscar? Larry Horn, he's a fanboy, I'm telling you. He's a, man, let me tell you something. He's biased against me. What's going on, Rashard Newark? What's up, man? Look, man. Fanon snap at the lunch table. I mean, for real, you want to talk about what people hate? You hate that you got to listen to me. And don't nobody give a shit what you think. You know what I mean? Sit your ass in obscurity and be quiet. Or click the link. Because here's your ticket to stardom, homie. There's your ticket to stardom. There's your ticket to let the stars know what you got to say. All right? There's the tickets right there for you to tell, for somebody who want to hear. People want to hear you. Are you going to speak up? Let me change. Let me do that tactic. People want to hear you. Are you going to speak up? Are you going to speak up? Now that people want to hear you. Are you? Are you? No, you're not. No, you're not. King will step up, though, as soon as Rick Glazier rings his bell and say, get on here and argue about this. Jaron Boots Ennis is the best fighter in the world under the age of 30. Let me repeat. Jaron Ennis is the best fighter in the world under the age of 30 years old. Which means, you know what? He can whoop anybody in the sport of boxing. He got a chance to whoop anybody. Now, somebody, or since I'm going to give it to you, argue with me on that. Argue with me on that. There's only one guy that I think may be better. Only one under the age of 30 that may be better. I think he's the best fighter in the world, most talented fighter in the world, under the age of 30 years old, which means he is dangerous to everybody above the age of 30. Tell me I'm lying. What's going on, Donald the now 68-year-old G. Grant? What's up, brother? Errol Spence Jr. is 33 years old. Errol Spence Jr. doesn't have any belts, and he's not going to be at 147. He's already left the division. Terence Crawford is in the division. He's in at 147. No, the only one I would say is Gervonta. That's it. He's better than Shakur. He's better than Shakur. Better than Shakur. I say the only one is Gervonta. Only fighter that I know under 30 years old that I think could be better than Jaron is Gervonta. Not Shakur. Not Shakur. Gervonta. Not Gary Antoine Russell either. Gervonta. That's it. It's the only one that I think it could be better. Gary Antoine Russell maybe is good, maybe, but I don't even know. I don't think so. Tell you the truth. Gary Antoine Russell may be better than Devin Haney. He may beat up Shakur Stevenson. Only person I know that I think I can argue from my vantage point that is better, that could be better than Jaron Ennis, that is under 30 years old, is Gervonta Davis. That's it. That's it. Hell no. Can't hold a man, please. Hell no to Devin Haney. Hell no to Devin Haney. No way to Devin Haney. Hell no. You're tripping. No way. No way. Not even the same level of fighter, in my opinion. Maybe nothing. Maybe with Devin, no chance. Hell no. No, he's not as good as Jaron Ennis. No. You were tripping. There's literally nothing he does better than Jaron Ennis. Please. What did he what? I don't care. I don't care. You are blind as a bat if you think that that's the same level of fighter. It's not. It is not. No way are you going to tell me a guy that has not knocked somebody down in like 10 years, that barely escaped Lomachenko. You better stop. He's a very good fighter. He ain't no Jaron Ennis. You're tripping. You are tripping. You're tripping. Jaron Ennis is at 147. Don't worry. We'll have the chance to see maybe David Morrell, but I don't think David Morrell. Maybe David Morrell. That's a good point. Maybe David Morrell. Maybe David Benavidez, but I don't think so. Maybe David Morrell, though, but I don't think so. David Morrell is definitely up there. David Benavidez is definitely way over there, way up there. But you talking about some Teofimo Lopez or Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, very good. Shakur Stevenson is better than Devin Haney, better than Teofimo Lopez, better than, like seriously. He's better than Jared Anderson. Better than Jared Anderson. Even though Jared Anderson, I think, is really, really nice. But better than Jared Anderson. Do not tell me squat about Jaron Ennis, man, please. Wait till he loses. Then you guys can do all of the talking that you want to do. Other than that, I ain't trying to hear it. And I don't want to wait around forever, dog. We don't want to do, he's already had 31 fights. That's enough. Y'all going to try to freeze a man till 40 fights. He's got 31 fights, man. He only got 9 less fights than Terence Crawford has. He's got 9. Let me repeat it. He has more fights than Errol Spence, more in the ring experience than Errol Spence has. He has only 9 fewer fights than Terence Crawford himself has. How long does the man gotta wait for a championship shot? I'm not saying he's better, saying he fought better. I don't think he even fought better comp. Who? One Lomachenko, that's it. Dude, Devin Haney has fought one good guy. One. All of his, what are you talking about? No name. You're tripping. Will you stop saying dumb shit, David? I don't want to pronounce your name, bro. Will you not say dumb shit on the channel? What do you mean only one known name? You're just full of shit. Yes, he has fought known names. What do you mean? What do you call Sergey Lipinets? Sergey Lipinets is a former 140-pound champion. I know who the hell he is. Thomas Delorme. I know who Thomas Delorme is. You don't know who he is. Doesn't mean that he's not known. And so what? The man got no, McClain, no. He did not fight all of them in 147. He fought some of them in 154. He's also got wins at 154. Look, man, you guys can cut all this nonsense, okay? I ain't trying to hear, you ain't trying to click the link. I don't want to hear that nonsense. I ain't trying to hear none of this nonsense. I've been watching Jaron Ennis for well over 5 years, man. The only reason that Jaron Ennis doesn't already have 35 fights is because he had a promotional issue that took place between Cameron Duncan and somebody else earlier in his career. Ain't nobody fooled about what Jaron Ennis is. Okay? If you can go in there and knock that dude, go in there and beat that dude. But if you're not going to fight him, drop the belts. Or Keith Thurman or Stanionis. Regardless of who he fought, the IBF said he's ready. Yeah, exactly. But you're going to find some reasons for him not to be ready. Look, man, stop trying to protect him. We waited for a very long time for the Errol Terence Crawford fight. A long time, man. Nobody was saying all of last year that Errol needed to fight Jaron, except for y'all hating on Jaron or hating on Errol. Ain't none of y'all talking about Jaron you said that Terence Crawford didn't need to fight Jaron last year. And the year before that. So how many years exactly is it that this man is going to have to wait for the shot? Stop pretending. Okay? We knew that Jaron Ennis was like that before the Errol Terence fight, and you knew whoever won that fight was going to have to hear Jaron Ennis' name. Don't hide behind this garbage that, oh, you just mad that Terence won the fight. BS. The only difference is that you, because Errol lost the fight, don't get to throw Jaron at Errol. That's the only difference that I see. We all knew when that fight was over, Jaron Ennis' name was going to come up. We knew it. So don't act strange about it. It's Jaron Ennis is the best. If he's going to keep the belts, it's Jaron Ennis is the number one fight for him at 147, period. And guess what? If it's a voluntary fight, and this is the advantage. Let me bring your bitch ass up. I should use this on King's ass. If there's a voluntary fight at 147, it's got to be Jaron Ennis. If it's a mandatory fight, it can be either one of the three. But if he volunteers to fight anybody at 147, it needs to be Jaron Ennis. Not Keith Thurman, who's inactive, old and inactive. Not Amanda Stanionis, who's young and inactive. It needs to be Jaron Ennis at 147 if he has a voluntary fight. If he takes a mandatory, which means it's ordered, he should fight whoever he was ordered to fight. If he's going to fight Errol and not come back down to 147 to fight, he need to drop the belts and let these guys work it out. Let these guys work it out and let Jaron fight Thurman. Let Jaron fight Stanionis. Let Bob Arum get his hands on the WBO belt somehow and block the fight from taking place so they can do Jaron Ennis so Jaron can hurry up and get that Beterbiev treatment. Where Jaron can get that Beterbiev treatment. And people can start talking about that. But you can't sweep this young man under the rug talking about legacy and doing the same thing to other people that Terence Crawford says that people did to him. Now, somebody tell me I'm wrong about that. Somebody tell me I'm wrong about that. The money's there because Showtime said the money's there. Terence Crawford was willing to fight him before. That's what he said. What changed? He said he was willing to fight him before. When y'all were out here talking about Jaron ducked him. It was okay for Terence Crawford to fight him before. When y'all were saying Jaron ducked him. Wasn't he? Remember when y'all said Bozy Ennis turned down the fight? Ain't that what y'all were saying? That Bozy Ennis turned down the fight? The BOK Prime had the money for the fight. Terence Crawford said he was okay to fight. What's wrong now? How come all of a sudden he doesn't deserve it? I need to understand this. I need to understand this. Black people, my people, I need to understand this. I need to understand the logic behind this. That's not the point. Now, look, Larry, let me tell you where you're going to be. You're going to be out of here because you're not clicking the link. The next thing that you say without clicking this link, you're out of here. The next thing you say without clicking this link, I'm about to put right behind this timeout. I got to get rid of you. I don't need numbers. I need supporters. I don't need numbers. I don't need a number of viewers on my live stream. What I need is supporters. And you can support three ways. You can, if you're a hater, you can click the link. Oh, let me not call you a hater. If you disagree with me and you got something crazy to something to say about me and what I think, you can click the link. You can hit the like button or the dislike button. You can support in the super chat and you can support in the Cash App. Those are the four options of support. How do I cook you? You don't, but you can try by clicking this link, Nebraska #1. You don't is the answer. You can't cook a rock. You can't cook a rock, homie. You better have some heat. You better have, how do you cook a rock, bro? You better have some molten lava or some shit. I don't know how you're going to do that. Click that link, though. No, he did not insult my mama. He insulted me, you bozo. Click the link. Nebraska's #1 dick. Tracy. Click the link. That's how you cook me. Click the link. It's right there. It's right there. Once again, you can be famous. Terence Crawford knows who I am. His sister knows who I am. All his coaches know who I am. And every single solitary one of the fighters he got in his gym know who I am. Shout out to B&B Boxing in Oklahoma. In Omaha, Nebraska. I'm sorry. I mess up my O's. Do they know who you are? Or are you just one of them? Click the link and explain to me how I'm wrong. You're not going to come on, man. Internet bullies. Internet bullies. In Mexico, we have a rock soup. It's just, what is it called? In Mexico, we have a rock soup. Damn. It's just super hot. It's just a super hot rock that you put inside your soup to heat it up. Okay, yeah. You can cook a rock. You can heat a rock up. Yeah, man. Anyway. Yes, sir. Omaha's own. Hey, Omaha, Nebraska. Yeah, man. First of all, dude, I like Omaha, Nebraska. I've always had a good time when I've gone to Omaha, Nebraska. I've always had a good time when I went to Omaha, Nebraska. I don't need no fish fries. I don't need no parades. I don't need any of that. However, you guys just do a lot of talking, not Omaha, because, whatever. You're probably that bozo King. How are you going to say it's me? King got to come up with a whole new script. Derek Choice said, Bud is #1 pound for pound king, so Boots will have to take a number and wait in line. Drop the belts. Pound for pound, number one doesn't mean anything. Derek Choice, that means nothing. It means, and he's not number one pound for pound. I'm sure there's somebody out there that would say he's not. I have him as number one. As long as he's number one in that. I can't believe y'all trolled me. I can't believe you guys just trolled me. You're not wrong for now, but it's the sanctioned bodies who got to do what they got to do. But at the same time, Bud had the belts for a month. So once again, Grace, no. Grace Schmace. He's either got to fight Jaron and his Keith Thurman to drop the belts if he doesn't fight Errol Spence. No, because he says he's not going to take the fight. So drop the belts. He doesn't need I didn't say that he needs to be stripped. I didn't say that he needs to be stripped of the belts. I said he needs to drop the belts. If you make a decision how long did it take before he dropped the WBO belts? Hold on. Let me see. Let's see how long it took. Terence Crawford beat Julius Ndungo on August 19th. And 11 days later, he dropped the belt. There you go. He dropped the belt in 12 days last time. In 12 days. 12 days. Larry, I told you the next time I see you talk, bro, I'm going to block you. Click the link. You're gone. See ya. Click the link. It took him he dropped the same belt Jaron Ennis is the mandatory for in 12 days and let Sergey Lipinets fight for it. It took him 12 days. We are now at 31 days. We're at 32 days. Yeah, we're at 31 days now. 31 days. 31 days. He got rid of it in 19 last time. Same scenario. He's going to move up in weight. He dropped it in 19 days. Just the IBF. August 16th. Oh, that's this guy. Oh, I'm sorry. We don't want to quote that guy because that guy's a trippers. I wish I wasn't such a terrible speller. Hold on. Anyway, I won't look at the rest. You get my point. Jimmy Ballantyne, let me help you with something, okay? Let me help you with something. If it's painful to you, you shouldn't watch the channel. Because this ain't painful to me at all. This is fun for me. Now, Mr. Ballantyne, you keep coming back under the same name because I definitely have blocked you before. Bozo, click the link. I blocked you at least 5 times under the same name. Because I block you every time I see you. So I know this. I block you every time I see you. What may be painful is that, again, you don't like what I have to say, but it is the truth. We are talking about the 147-pound division. How can I help you?
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing very, very well. How can I help you?
Hey, just a question for you.
Nah, dude. I'm already telling you, bro. Stop with all the questions. What do you have an issue with that I have said? We're gonna take you back to school one.
I don't think Terence Crawford needs to drop the belts, and because did Bernard Hopkins drop the belts when he became undisputed? Did Jermaine Taylor drop the belts in 30 days when he became undisputed? Did Josh Taylor drop the belts when he became undisputed? What about Jermell Charlo? What about Canelo Alvarez?
Stop.
They dropped the belts after 30 days.
You, once again, are trying to run off a bunch of fucking names. Let's go through each one of them. Who was the first one? Did you ask if they dropped their belt? Bernard Hopkins, right?
Yes, sir.
No, he got beat. Somebody took him off of him.
Okay. Did he drop him in 30 days?
No. Let's go through one at a time. Bernard Hopkins was the undisputed champion at 160 pounds. And then he got beat by Jermaine.
I know.
Taylor. Stop. Yeah. No, stop. You're going to run all of these damn names off as if they mean something, and all of them are false comparisons. All of them. All of them. Bernard Hopkins lost his undisputed titles to Jermaine Taylor. Jermaine Taylor, I do believe, was stripped of a title for some reason and lost his undisputed, then lost to Kelly Pavlik. Josh Taylor dropped his belts, dropped 3 of them. He dropped 3 belts. Who's the other one?
You didn't hear what I said, man.
I heard.
I said in 30 days. Did they drop their belts in 30 days?
What? Well, let's go back. They didn't drop them. Okay. In 30 days, they got beat.
In 30 days?
Shut up. They didn't drop them at all. Bernard Hopkins did not drop them at all.
That's my point.
No, that's not your point. Your point was that he dropped them, and it took him longer than 30 days. Wasn't it?
Why does Crawford have to drop belts?
Because if he's not going to fight at the weight class, you should drop the belts.
You don't know.
Why do you keep them? Shut your man. Listen, seriously, you're a fucking moron. Okay? And I do this for people that think I talk harsh to this dude. Dude, you're a moron.
I'm asking you a question.
I already answered the question for an hour. If you're not going to fight at the weight class, drop the belts because you're not going to fight at the weight class.
But we don't know that yet. He hasn't made a decision.
He said he's not going to fight at the weight class.
He hasn't made a true decision. That's why he holds the belts.
He said that he's not going to fight at the weight class. He wants to fight Jermaine. He wants to fight Canelo Alvarez at 168 His three options that he's taking are Canelo Alvarez at 168. That's not 147. Jermell Charlo at 154 or 168. That's not 147. And the rematch with Errol Spence Jr., which would be at 154.
We don't know if it's at 150.
We'll put you in the back. Hey, seriously, every time you talk over me, I'm going to put you in the back.
Because you don't let me talk.
I don't give, because you're stupid. Dude, you're not even honest. You're not an honest person. I talk to you every day, and it's more buffoonery every day. You just bring up things you literally just said. That Bernard Hopkins, yeah, get off. Thank God. You do this every day. You jump up here and say Bernard Hopkins didn't drop his belt in 30 days. Bernard Hopkins didn't drop his titles at all. At all. At all. I'm not apologizing for squat. How do you have conversations with people that will just every time that you jump on? Every time you jump on, you start off with something that is not true. Every single time you drop off, you start with something that is not true. Why did Bernard Hopkins not drop his title? He didn't drop him at all. He got beat in the ring. Claymore Ring, how can I help you, man?
Man, what's up, man? I had to come back in the room. I had to come back in. Okay. I'm with you, but I think I'm with you completely. So I'm not here to argue your point because I agree that Jaron, first of all, deserves his title shot, number one. Number two, if Terence Crawford is going to leave the division, I really feel like I understand your thought process behind him dropping the belts. But at the same time, I feel like that's up to the sanctioning bodies. If Terence can hold the belts, they need to force him to let go of the belts by either A, offering him a bag that he feels is a bag he wants to have to fight Jaron, or they got to take the belts from him. But him dropping the belts, him just letting go of the belts voluntarily, I think there has to be an amount of leverage that he feels like he's holding by keeping the belts. There's some leverage there to where it's like, yeah, I am holding up your division. I'm holding up your division, and if you got a problem with it, you're going to either pay me the money that I feel I want to get paid to fight your boy Jaron, or you're going to let me do like Canelo did. I'm going to go somewhere else and go get the money, and I'm going to come back and do what I feel like doing because it's up to you. Because if I'm allowed to, I'm going to do it. Why let it go? Just for the fans and for people like you and myself, yes, I understand the argument. Like, at the end of the day, it's not fair to Jaron. It really isn't. That's a fact. That's why I can't argue with you. You're only talking facts. I can't even argue that with you. But at the same time, I can understand where Terence is coming from. I can understand Terence's whole perspective of, I ain't got to, so I'm not going to. And if you want to do it to me, do it to me. Other than that, make me do something you want me to do with money, because I'm at a part in my life right now, in my career, to where I'm trying to get rich. I don't feel I have anything to prove to the world. I feel like I've done everything I need to do. Now it's about me. It was about Canelo when he has the belts. He's doing what's good for him. Floyd had the belts. He did what was good. He retired as he see fit. He came back as he see fit. I want my money, and that's what it is. I'm going to be greedy. So be it. Call it what you want to call it. But him dropping the belts, that's a personal thing. Like, that's like what he should do versus what we got to balance. Like, clearly he doesn't have to, right? So it's a personal thing. Am I wrong?
Well, let me put it this way.
Mm-hmm.
None of that shit's my problem.
Right. I get you. I know. Yep. You're right.
Whether or not what is in Terence Crawford's head about how long he holds the belts and all of that, that's not my problem.
You're right.
And there is no leverage at 140. There is no leverage for 147. There's no leverage for 147 in a negotiation for people above the weight class who don't have the ability to fight for those belts. That's like saying Monster Inoue holding on to all the belts at 122 when he says he's never going to fight at 122 again and wants to move up to 135 to fight Tank is some leverage in a talk with Tank. That shit ain't no leverage with Tank. You know what I'm saying? Like Tank's like, I can't fight for those belts. What difference those belts make to me? But at the end of the day, Bud, what is in the best interest of Bud is not my problem. What's in the best interest of Jaron Ennis, quite honestly, is not my problem. But if you are not going, it's hedged on this. He should. I'm not saying he should be stripped, because if I say I don't think he should be stripped, because him fighting, he should have time in order to decide what he's going to do, because he literally just had a fight a month ago. So if the question was, should he be stripped? This is why I tell you, King, you're a moron. I don't know how else I can say it. This is the inability of clowns like you to differentiate issues.
Right.
I am not saying that he should be stripped.
Because if he's stripped, like, it's bad.
Look, because if he's stripped, that's not fair to Terence to strip him, because he's not had 30 days. He's been 30 days. You can't say he's not been ordered to fight anybody.
Right.
He's not been ordered to fight anybody.
Right.
So it says he's not been ordered to fight anybody. How in the world can you strip him? I would be a buffoon like you, King, if I made that argument that they need to strip him, because he's not been ordered to fight him. But what he has said is, by the consequences of the things that have left his mouth, is that he is not going to fight at 147 again. Because Errol's not fighting at 147. Jermell ain't fighting at 147. And you know damn well Canelo Alvarez ain't fighting at 147 pounds. Gervonta Davis said that the only person he said he would be willing to fight at 147 is Gervonta. And Gervonta came out yesterday and said, I'm not going up to 147. Yeah. So all of his 147 options are gone. So since all your 147 options are gone, I want to see some more fights. I will still pay for the pay-per-view if you fight Jermell at Tim Tszyu at 154. I'm going to buy the Terence Crawford pay-per-view and fully support an Errol Spence rematch. I believe that he can beat Canelo. I'm ready to do the video saying I think Terence Crawford is going to beat Canelo. I'm going to predict. I'm telling you. Y'all thinking that I'm a Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford hater. I'm not. I am going to tell y'all I think Terence Crawford can beat Canelo. Yeah. I'm on record. I'm put anybody in the chat that totally. I'm telling you that. You people keep asking, oh, you just hate Terence. No, I don't hate Terence. I don't. But I've been watching boxing long enough to know this. That dude right there, Jaron Ennis, is as good a fight for Terence Crawford as any of those other fighters that we've named. It is going to be just as difficult for him to beat Jaron Ennis as it is any of those other dudes. But his money, I pay. Watch this. This is money for me. I pay money. I don't receive it. Unless, of course, Derek Choice should so be willing to bless me in the Cash App. Said, I hear a lot of people talking for Boots Wood, but when will Boots actually call Bud out if he wants to fight Twitter? No, how many times he got to call him out?
Come on, man. He's already done that. Stop it. You guys got to stop it. Man. Okay,
hey, look, I got two cats right behind you, bro.
One last thing.
Yeah, go ahead, man. You don't have to rush. I'm just telling you, you got two dudes behind you.
Okay. What if we're gonna do the what if thing right now, right? I know you love this. I know you love what if. That's why we're gonna do it. What if?
Hold on. I hate what ifs, but I'll do them for you. I hate what ifs, but I like you, so I'll do the what if for you.
Exactly. What if Terence doesn't really have a problem fighting Jaron? What if he just wants the right money and he's staying quiet and he's really on the low, sitting back saying, listen, you guys ain't talking the right language to me. So I'm not going to even respond to the fight, because the language I want to hear is, I want to hear about this money. I want to hear about this money because that's why I'm holding on. What if he's holding on to the belts and he's not necessarily letting go of the belts because on the low he kind of wants to fight with Jaron a little bit? What if he kind of wants it a little bit, but he's just sitting back like, talk to me nice. Talk to me nice.
Here we go. Once again, not my problem.
Church.
Again, it's not. What if that's the case? Still not my problem.
Right.
Also, when I say not my problem, I truly do believe it. I truly do mean that. But if that's the issue, Steven, how much money do you think I will make for the fight with Jaron Ennis? Let me know.
Well, we don't know if that's not happening, but I agree with you. That's what it takes.
Why, dude, it would be dumb if he didn't do it. That's nothing but a phone call.
Right.
It's nothing but a phone call. What we looking at? If I was to fight Jaron Ennis, you said it's the biggest fight out there. Other than for it's the biggest fight. You said it's a big fight. What do you mean by you think it's a big fight? So how big exactly do you think this is? There you go. And he doesn't even have to call Al Heyman because that's not an Al Heyman fighter. All he's got to do is call the guy who writes the checks.
Yeah. I personally think that he's waiting on Jermell and Canelo September 29th. I believe is the date, right? I think he's just waiting, and I think he's going to let us starve out here, and he's going to let us have these conversations, and we're going to be going back and forth about this for the next 30 days, because I think he's just waiting. He's like, look, I want to see what happens there and what kind of opportunities I have there, and then, but I do believe in his heart, I don't think he cares either way, and I think everybody in the chat knows, as far as fighting Jaron Ennis and being scared and all that, that's not the case. This is about money, and he's going to sit back and follow the Floyd Mayweather protocol, which is, I'll tell y'all when I'm ready, and when I'm ready, you'll know, because I'm the one to tell you. Other than that, enjoy the chat. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Exactly. And again, not my problem. But all right, let me get these cats right behind you, brother.
You ain't never lied, brother. Talk to you soon. Peace.
All right, peace, man. Peace. Ja in the building. What's going on, Ja?
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings to you, sir.
I want to see if my children could hear me. Oh, so what's the topic? They said nobody could be ordered to fight.
No, man, come on, man. You got to call. Come on, man. You got to know what the topic is before you press the button, bro. You got to know the topic before you press the button, man. The topic is, I said, Jaron, the Terence Crawford.
I don't know who that is.
What'd you say?
I don't know who King is.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's that idiot dude. Don't worry. And I mean, call him. He's not an idiot, man. I actually kind of like the dude. He's just always got something crazy to say.
I like him, man. I love him. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, but
not
anyway,
me, though.
The topic of the
it's
matter
not me.
is. I know.
What we talk about boxing, though? They said nobody could be ordered to fight.
No, nobody said that. No,
I already ordered the Tank versus Bud fight. I don't know why people thought it was like something that's not happening because they want to play. That fight happened. I ordered that.
Man,
fight.
Hey, I got a guy right behind you, brother. Hit me up in the comment section, man. Let me
I ordered that.
Talk a little bit
I ain't
later,
worried
brother.
about nothing else. I ordered that fight, Tank versus Bud. I ordered that fight.
I appreciate you, brother. Hey, man, I'll talk to you, Ja. I'll talk to you later, brother. I'll talk to you later. Big Dog Willie, what's up, man?
Whoa, is it that early in the morning or is it that late at night?
Hey, let's drop it, brother. Let's drop it. Let's move it on. He comes all the time. Let's switch forward. What's up? What's on your mind, bro?
Quick thing. So he doesn't Bud doesn't really need the belts to make money. That's why I'm just trying to understand. He can just give up the belts at 147 and he has 154, 168, whatever he wants to do with Jermell or Canelo. He don't need the belts. I mean, he already did his deal. He already made history at 147. He don't need to fight there no more. He don't need the belts. That's it. I'm just kind of agreeing with you with that.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Drop the belts. If you're not going to do it, drop the belts so we can get these title fights.
Because he don't need the belts to make money. That's what I understand. The people say, well, he needs the belts to make money. I'm like, he doesn't need the belts. He's cemented as that dude. So He don't need the belts.
He doesn't. Keep it pushing.
That's all, man. I just had to agree with you on that one. I don't know why people are coming on here and saying like, well, he should have to give the belts, and it's that Devin Haney shit. If you're not going to be on the fucking weight class, what the fuck are you going to need the belt for?
You don't. But I'll tell you why we need somebody else to have the belts so we can get these fights. So I can stop hearing people tell me all the time, Jaron Ennis ain't never done nothing. He ain't never fought nobody. Dude, I want to get past that shit on Jaron Ennis immediately, man. This dude is, it's not the same scenario as Errol when these guys wouldn't fight him because they just outwardly have the opportunity and they wouldn't fight Errol. But dude, this is similar to it in the fact that Jaron hasn't been able to get a shot at that title.
Yeah. So let the new class come in.
Years.
Let the new class come in.
Title.
Yeah, let the new class come in. There's a group of 147s, they're all young. Let them come in and do their thing. You're past it, man. You beat Errol Spence, the best two in the division. You got it up to 154. Let it go.
Exactly. I'm 100% with you on that, brother.
All right, man.
All right, man. Big Dog Willie. Thank you, brother. Big Dog Willie, the winning team in the building. Yeah. That's what I think. That's what I think. I'm 100% with that. That is what I think. Now, look, man, let's not talk about that, brother. Please, hey, man, you to Ja, bro, you a little bit dizzy, brother. I don't know if you got. It sounded like you may had a little bit of a concussion. Okay, make sure you sit on down, man, and take the day, bro. Take the day, man. Hey, Sky Miller said Bud need to piss or get off the pot. Yeah, I mean, if he's not going to, whenever if he's not, again, I'm repeating this. If I'm not telling you that he should be stripped, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that if he is not going to fight at 147, there is no reason for him to keep holding those belts. Because the faster he gets rid of the belts, the faster we get more title fights at 147. That's the best thing for boxing. Not the best thing for him, the best thing for boxing. He did it at 140. He did it in 140. He did it in 140. And that was the right thing to do. He's like, look, man, I'm not going to hold up these belts because I'm not going to fight again here. I'm going to go to 147. I'm going to 147. And what did he go to 147? For legacy. He went 147 and he accomplished what he wanted to accomplish. If he's now saying he's going to do the same thing with the belts in 147, then Thurman can fight for that WBC belt even quickly against the winner of Ugas and Mario Barrios. He can get that fight quickly. Jaron Ennis can be elevated immediately to the IBF belt. Immediately. They can just give him the title. Move him right on up into that title. Amanda Stanionis can become the WBA champion immediately. Immediately. The only question would be, is the WBO. That's it. And in the WBO, and give me 1 second. I'm telling you, the thing with with all the belts, if Terence Crawford is not going to fight there, all of this stuff gets settled very, very fast. Very fast. It's not going to take much time at all. We could have a 3-belt champion by next November. Like, for real, we could have a 3-belt champion by next November in that weight class. And we could be easily at the end of next year in an undisputed fight. Let me do the time. The WBO is Alexis Rocha and Cody Crowley. Easy. Cody Crowley is a PBC fighter. Alexis Rocha is a PBC fighter. I mean, Alexis Rocha is a Golden Boy fighter. Cody Crowley is a PBC fighter. Right? Very, very easy fight to make right away. There is no WBO super. I guess Teofimo Lopez maybe. Is he? I don't think he is. He's not the WBO super champion because he got beat out of his WBO title. But that means right away. Where's it at? Alexis Rocha and Cody Crowley can fight right away, pretty quickly. Jaron Ennis becomes the champion right away because he's already interim champion. Terence Crawford drops that belt. Jaron Ennis becomes the champion. Terence Crawford is Amanda Stanionis is the WBA world champion. Terence Crawford drops that belt. He becomes the champion right away because they do away with the super championship. And then you have Yordenis Ugas fighting. You have Keith Thurman, who is the number one, and he can fight the winner of Mario Barrios, Yordenis Ugas, which takes place at the end of the month. You have September, you have October, November, December, January. So by January, you could have a new WBC champion. You can have by January, you'll have a new WBC champion. You'll have a new WBA champion, and you'll have a new IBF champion. And the only one hanging out there is Alexis Rocha and Cody Crowley, which could happen in January. Right? So by January, you have new champs in all of them. You can make, since 3 of them are the PBC, you can have Jaron Ennis fight the winner of Keith Thurman and those guys in May. You can have Stanionis. If Cody Crowley gets it, Stanionis could fight him in May. And then you could have a unification fight in December of next year for the Undisputed Championship. And I'm going to tell you who that's going to be. That's going to be Jaron. So now you got Jaron as an undisputed champion at 147. That becomes a big money fight for Terence Crawford by the end of next year. By the end of next year. By the end of next year. Bud doesn't have a mandatory if he's not going to fight at 147. If he's not going to fight at 147, then there is no mandatory because he's not going to fight there. Man, you the king of some silly ass questions, Tony Brown. You just want to argue, brother. So click the link so I can explain to you. Jalil, you said you paid for Terence Crawford and Gervonta Davis's fight. They have never fought, sir. What you're doing is you're saying some things that are not sensical. And you also did something on my phone that's not sensical. Okay? So, Jalil, just chill out and come back tomorrow. Okay? You kind of wigging out, bro. So I said you may have a concussion. Because I don't want to suspect what other things could have you in that state, bro. T. Orlando, I don't do that, brother. I've been there. So I don't do that. I don't do that. I've been there. And it wasn't drugs. So I've been there. I've been loopy as shit before. And said things that to me made sense, but didn't make sense to other people. It could be that. It could be, I don't know what it is. I'm not going to speculate on what it is. But, man, you should stay off your computer today. You should stay off your computer today. No, that's not what he said. Anyway, Boots need to start kicking up dust, applying pressure. Haven't heard Boots say nothing. What do you mean you haven't heard him say nothing? He said something all the time. Derek, come on, man. Don't get tossed. Derek Choice, I appreciate your support on the channel, but for real, don't get tossed. Don't get tossed, man. That's dirty. That's underhanded. Don't do it. Okay? I appreciate your support, bro. I really do. But you keep it boxing. Okay? Keep it boxing. Just taking unnecessary shots at people like that, dog, I'll get you out of there, bro. Okay? You don't do that. That's definitely a shot. He's out there partying with Errol. You don't think that's a shot at Errol Spence? And a shot at Jalil at the same time? It's a shot, bro. He's already called him out, Derek Choice. How many times you got to call him out? How many times do you got to hear this man call him out? I've heard him do it at least 10 times. I've heard him do it at least 10 times. Yes, Ja.
Can't see my camera. What's going on? Was you talking about me when you said I had a
Bro,
concussion?
what do you want? You want to talk boxing, man? Just let me know what you
Yeah,
want to talk about.
I'm talking boxing when I'm saying I ordered that Tank versus Bud fight. I ordered that.
Okay, so hold on. You
I'm
ordered
talking
the
boxing
fight.
when I'm saying that.
Do you know, did they fight each other yet?
I don't care about that. I ordered that fight.
Even though they didn't fight yet?
What question is that? That's not a real question.
Boots is waiting Bud out. Tell him to call Bud's phone like Spence did. Man, y'all need to stop that, man. You guys need to, first of all, bro, the man has called that man out, bro. The man has called the man out, bro. Multiple times. Okay? Multiple times. Multiple times. Multiple times. He's done it multiple times. Multiple times. Come back in a couple days, bro. I'll unblock you. But I'm not going to talk to you anymore today, bro. Okay, I'll talk to you later today. Yeah, he's a real cool dude. I know. T Orlando said, for now, real talk, I really like this stream. It's hella entertaining. Maybe he meant to order. It's all right, man. Look, let's drop the subject. Any way you want to cut it, bro. Jaron Ennis has asked for that fight a bunch of times. He's the mandatory for the fight. He fought for that fight. He did more than call out for somebody out for the fight. He actually fought to be able to get that fight. If the rematch isn't going to happen with Spence and he's not going to fight at 147, don't hold the belts while you wait for some fight that you're not going to get. It just makes sense. Exactly. Let me tell you something. T. Orlando, you are a sadistic son of a gun, bro. Dog, that man is sadistic. That man is flat out sadistic. Flat out, up and down. Hold on one second. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Freaking flyer in the building said, Fanon, I saw that sparring footage. Devin would rock Shakur if they didn't have that headgear on. He got caught with a good one. Derek, man, you kind of butthurt, brother. Derek Choice, you're kind of butthurt, bro. You're a little butthurt, dog. Why are you so mad, man? Why are you so mad? Derek, man, why are you so mad, bro? No more heroes left. I guarantee you, if Jaron Ennis, if Terence Crawford beats Jaron Ennis, my heroes will still be there. I don't mean to call you butthurt, bro, but seriously, you got a lot of bitterness, man. Hey, Fanon, I saw this. Oh, man, please. He ain't, man, please. Unless, dog, please. He would have heard him of what? I've seen Devin hit the same people with 8-ounce gloves, with 8-ounce gloves and no headgear, and it still didn't hurt. It's still, the man has not knocked anybody down this decade. Yeah, Derek Choice is good, people. I appreciate him. You know what I mean? I like Derek Choice. Don't get me wrong. You know how it goes. Don't get me, like they say, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I like Derek Choice. Hold on. Oh. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Dog, you tripping. But freaking flyer, man, what's up? Tell your boy to stop ducking. Hey, freaking flyer, tell your boy to stop ducking. Tell your boy to stop ducking. How about that? How about you just tell Devin stop ducking Shakur? Fight, dog. That Regis fight, bro. That Regis fight. Dude, let me tell you, son. That's why I'm telling you, dog. I'm not on the anti D-Town stand up. What's up? Said Fanon. Where's Herbert C? Dewberry, Quincy Carter, Stone Alone. Lots of people leaving your chats. No, they didn't leave my chats. Herbert Johnson was here yesterday. Quincy Carter been gone for a long time. C. Dewberry, I don't know where he is. I don't know. Do what he means. Somebody, only person leaving my chat is you, homie. Only D-Town, hey, D-Town, shut up. Bro, I got all kind of dude. People are in my chats, they're in my comment sections. Thank you very much. Where's C. Dewberry? I don't know. People leave my chat every day like you. Get your ass out of here, dog. Shout out to C. Dewberry. Shout out to Stone Alone. I don't know what happened to Stone Alone, though. I'm worried about Stone Alone. If somebody else tells me they've seen Stone Alone, let me know. I threw I threw my guy out. Why are you listening to my comment sections, bro? Where's Stone Lone? Yeah, I haven't seen Stone Lone in a minute, man. If anybody sees him, tell him I said, what's up? Easy money. Tony Brown said lame. Who's lame, Tony Brown? Who's lame? I'm lame? Me? I'm lame? Let me know who you two who's saying it. Who's lame? Quincy Carter's out there, man. I talk bad to Quincy Carter, real bad. Oh, he said, he's talking about you, T. Orlando. I said, these fans nowadays act like these fighters are their daddy. Too many butthurt fans take this entertainment too personally. You know what I mean? They honestly, man, what it really is, I think what it is that you want to kick your dog. I'm telling you, need to check that sugar in your blood level. You need to check your blood level. I don't know where he is. I'll send him a tape and a deal. I don't know. I hope he's well, though. Timothy Stoudemire say Quincy Carter said unblock him. He's unblocked. Quincy Carter's been unblocked. Quincy Carter is not blocked. I unblocked Quincy Carter. Quincy Carter is not blocked. I unblocked him that day. Not blocked. I made sure I unblocked Quincy Carter that day. Fanon, it took you like 2 months to unblock. You know, I unblocked Quincy Carter the very same day. I made sure I unblocked him the very same day. Only took me two months, T. Orlando, because you're not tech savvy. We would have got there a lot quicker, T. Orlando, if you were a little bit. Hey, Mr. Tell it like it is. Get with your brother. Yeah, he's unblocked. For sure, he's unblocked. And if he isn't, and if he's listening, all he's got to do is come in behind the chat and give me that link and I'll unblock him. You said Bud level. That works. What you talking about? What you talking about, Derek Choice? What's going on, Hen Dog? How you feeling, brother? Kyle Alexander says, salute for 9 in the beautiful chat. Yes. Look, people are leaving my chat. There's no big fights, man. Unblock King. Man, King ain't blocked. I just get tired of King, man. I get tired of that. Dude, I get tired of hearing people tell me stuff that's not true. Like every single conversation starts with you telling me something that's not true. I am 50. What year is it? I'm 54 years old, okay? I am 54 years old. You see this gray? This gray is not fake. I've earned it. Okay, this gray on my face. I've earned this gray hair. I am not somebody who's going to hit here and lie to you and tell you I'm 25, hide my face so you won't know that I'm over 50. Okay, I am over 50 years old. I don't have patience for that dumb shit. If you are going to tell me something that is not true, the second you start, the very first thing that you tell me is not true, I am going to stop you right there. Okay? I'm going to stop you right there because I don't want you to build a big argument on a lie. You're trying to build an argument on a lie. All you're going for is to try to convince somebody. You meant blood level, but Bud level works too for us Bud fans. Yeah. Stop, hey, dude. Yeah, hey, Derek Church, you know my dude, dog. Damn. Now, you think my guy, what was my dude's name, man? My bad, man. Hey, Zenith, I was talking about my guy, Chillville. You think Chillville? Dude, Terence, Chillville ain't, I know Chillville's around. Chillville will be around. He said, no way to rebound after your daddy say another man whooped your A every day, and that's why you plan to avoid him. It's no coming back from that except fighting them and winning. No sparring, interviews, tweets gonna help. Now that ain't no lie. Dog, that ain't no lie. That ain't no lie. That ain't no lie. Hold on. Hold on a second. Yeah, that ain't no lie, dog. But at the same time, man, you gotta admit Bill Haney is entertaining. Bill Haney is entertaining, dog. Bill Haney is entertaining, dog. Like, no joke. Dog, Bill Haney does a great job as a promoter, man. He got his son there, bro. He got his son there. Zenith 360, thank you so much, brother, for that support, bro. Big Dog Willie said the Big Dog Willie TWT, the Haney Cult will be there. Will be here soon. Nah, not today, dog. I'm trying to give Bud commercials. I'm doing Bud commercials today. Mr. Tell It Like It Is said, for the cause, team spins for life. You know it. Amen. Dog, I hate that I can't go to Omaha, Nebraska. I hate that I can't. Well, I don't really. Doesn't matter to me, really. Ain't even there for me. Don't break the truce. Look, man. Dude, they broke the truce. I thought we were coasting. Then they want to start fighting in the middle of the street. When you start fighting in the middle of the street, dog, you can't get on me about it, dog. That ain't on me. You know what I mean? You can't get on me. That ain't on me. You can't blame it on me. That ain't on me. Daryl Collins says, you're losing it. Shake my head. I'm losing it. I'm losing who? I'm losing what? What am I losing? Random insults, bro. Random insult. I can't respect any man who works for his son. You're telling your dad what to do. Oh no. LeVar, I can disagree with that heavily. Oh no. That can be a great situation for the dad and the son. That can be a great situation for the dad and the son. It just depends on what the son is like and what the father's like. Errol Spence Jr.'s dad works for his son and does a great job with it. His dad works, his son, Errol Spence Sr. works for Errol Spence Jr. No joke. If I was in the same business as my father, man, I would have hired my father. My father is fully retired now, but man, I would have hired him in a minute. It could be challenging. When is Tim Zoo going to stop ducking real fights? He's never ducked a fight. Tony Brown, he never started ducking. Are you trying to troll me? How's Tim Zoo duck? You're trying to troll. Hey, let me, Tony Brown. Look, man, I'm about to put you out. I need a real explanation of that sentence or I got to put you out. Because I'm pretty sure I'm starting to suspect that you're just trolling. And you don't have a license to troll. So I need to understand exactly who you think he ducked. Because you're just talking. That's what it looks like to me. And I don't really have time, bro. I read comments in the comment section. That's what I do. And there's nothing logical behind that statement at all. So that's your strike 3, bro. You don't have a license to troll. And now I don't think you're serious. You're operating under this notion that I'm biased against certain fighters. You must be. I'm not biased. Tim Tszyu has never ducked anybody in his career that I've seen. Nobody. In fact, it's the exact opposite. He seems to me to want all the smoke with everybody. Immediately. Is what it looks like to me. That's what it looks like to me. That he wants to smoke with everybody right now. Ramin in the building. Ramin, what's up, man? Man, Ramin, where you go? Oh, Marcus the Villain said he'd been debited down. Yeah, he's just a troll. I suspect he's just a troll. That subject goes into the dumb realm. That's below king. Just so you know. That is something that more than likely, yeah, I don't know. That's about the bottom that you're going to get king saying something stupid. That's about as low as he'll go. How can you? No, that's about the lowest. Yeah, that's pretty stupid. That Tim Tszyu is ducking somebody? That's just you're trying to bait me. Because you can't, there's not even a plausible reason to accuse Tim Tszyu of ducking anybody. You might as well say, why is Jaron Ennis ducking anybody? When's Jaron Ennis going to stop ducking everybody? When is he going to start ducking somebody? Is what I want to know. He continues to fight people and remain active, which is what I like about him. So it's like the exact opposite of that. He went and fought 2 guys. He went and fought guys when he could have just been sitting there waiting, and he didn't do that. He immediately got active, which is something Errol Spence Jr. should do. That's something I'm telling you, man. No more of this no tune-up stuff. Tune-ups to make yourself better, even though Errol had a lot of accidents. So his situation is a little bit different. Los in the building. Thank you, brother, for that support, bro. Big time. Big $5 holler, brother. Thank you so much for your support. Reggie Ship in the building. Reggie Ship said, Bud ducking boots like Devin is Shakur. Yes, sir. I don't think he's ducking him. I don't think he's ducking him. I don't believe that. But brother, thank you so much. Hey man, where's Upper Echelon, man? Where's Upper Echelon, bro? And my guy, Ramin in the building, Motorsports Sports, said, my fault. I was trying to get on block. Oh, you trying to get on block? Did you put it in the private chat? Put it in the private chat. Hey, Ja, I can't debate you today. If you're still listening, don't be mad, brother. Come back tomorrow. I can't do it today. I can't do that today with you. Because me and you, there's never smoke between me and you. There ain't nothing but love over here, brother, from me to you. Okay? Ain't nothing but love to me. If you still listening, ain't nothing but love, bro. Don't get frustrated with me. I'm just not ready for it today. You can put that on me. I'm not ready for that today. Let him hit the link. Come on. Dog, T. Orlando, dog, you have the right job. Hey, T. Orlando, if you were working for the state, would you seek the death penalty? Georgia got the death penalty, I'm sure. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Williams? Thank you so much for your support today. You wouldn't? How about life? How about life with no parole? How about life with no parole? How about life with no parole? Hey, say, my fault for forgot to tell. Oh, man, it ain't nothing but a thing, bro. I know Errol didn't have tune-ups. That's why I no longer believe that. I want to see these tune-ups now, dog. I've been saying, give me tune-ups. I've been saying, take Terence, take it. Blood retro. Hey, your device is not connected, man. I hope that's the real blood boxing, bro. I really hope that's the real blood boxing. But blood, your device is not connected. I really hope that. Yeah, please don't let anybody. Blood boxing. I can't. Oh, you're on mute, bro. Blood, you're on mute. I don't think I muted you. Dang, Blood, you're on mute. I did. Terry Schmoo said unblock and wrench from remind. Yeah. Hey, don't you have to worry about that. That's been a job. That's been a job. Hey, Blood, you on the deal, man. Much love in that super chat to my guy. You're on mute, Blood. I'll let you sit there till you for a couple minutes while you figure it out, though. I've seen that same footage before. It shows absolutely nothing. Kai Alexander, they just want the lens off them, and it's not working. What are you talking about? What same footage before? What are you talking about? The one where he said, "Hey, look, man." Which footage you talking about? Man, Blood Boxing's my dude. And Blood Boxing be disagreeing with me all the time. That's still my dude. My man, 100 grand. You know what I mean? And we're going to be doing this OG boxing talk this Sunday. If it's just me and Blood, period, we doing it. Because Blood will take those positions that I won't take. Oh, hey, yes. Hey, thanks. Hey, thank you, Richard Paris. God is so good. I swear you just need to understand that, man, in life, man. God, dog. I am so grateful that I understand that God gave me that understanding. Really, 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 really. Why in the world? Is there a Starbucks on that? Oh, okay. Hey, Richard Paris said, I'm still here, Fanon. Busy turning over 30-gallon pots of soil, refreshing and resetting a plant to get around. What? Oh, don't tell me nothing like that. To get another round of cannabis. Got me busy at work, hard work, but I be listening. I just got on the chat like that. I be listening, just not getting on the chat like that. I hear you doing well. Keep pushing. Hey, thank you, man, for the $10 holler, Richard Paris. Paris Leafy Greens. That dog, man. Look, man, I'm going to tell you something, dog. I'm going to tell you something else, too. Man, let me tell you something, Richard Paris. Dog, if my health issues had something to do, please, Lord, let my blood sugar and all this fat on my body be the real root cause for my health issues. Because if it is, I'm going back like a mug. Anyway, Fanon, the sparring footage that was leaked. Oh, Kai Alexander, yes. Oh, yes. I'll be in the chat on Sunday. Yes, sir. Facts. Yeah. Look, that's footage came out. Best Fight the Best put that footage out. Best Fight. Rick Glazier. Rick Glazier. Somebody tell Rick Glazier this. if you guys want to get something on the channel and positions to be made, higher blood boxing. Higher blood boxing. With that, you can get your messages on the channel. Okay? King, I'm going to flush every time. I'm going to flush him. Because I don't really like, because he, because honestly, man, blood boxing is a better historian than me. Blood boxing is a better historian than me. Where you're missing is you don't really have a good historian. Y'all don't employ good enough historians. Them historians are really, really tough to get around because they got an example for everything. Hint, hint, hint. Yeah, they pushing it around, but BFTB put that out a long time ago. And he said he was tired. I don't really see what anybody can really make of it. To tell you the truth. Hey, thank you, man. Mr. Williams, thank you, brother. So much for your support, man. Thank you so much for your support. But here's this link again. Because I'm hoping Blood Boxing is actually jumping on. I should text him. See whether or not that was him or not. G-Man set his own schedule at 22, though. Yeah, he's with a Fortune 500 company, sets his own schedule, works in his shorts, and does. You got to come back tomorrow, brother. Got to come back tomorrow, bro. Come back tomorrow. Got to come back tomorrow. Yeah, and he does inventory in his shorts. For a Fortune 500 company. Yeah. Every time Shakur makes Haney, what is this? Man, no, T. Orlando. No, not today. Not today. No, not today. Y'all make every excuse and give unlimited passes to Shakur. It's crazy. If not today, tomorrow. I just said it. If not today, tomorrow. He can come on tomorrow. Please come back tomorrow. I will debate you tomorrow, Ja. Tomorrow. All right? Tomorrow. I'm waiting on King to get back up here and debate me. Because I called them all out of his name. I did. I called them all kind of names. But I really meant it. That's the bad thing. Like, I really meant it. Like, you got to understand, man, when I'm not making fun of you, when I say those words, those are the words, that's the word that is most accurately applied to the situation, in my opinion. You got to stop saying things that are starting off with things that are not true. Did I miss the King, G-Man, Malik segment of the show? Yes, you did. He put a battery in my back and he got off the show. Because I had a battery in my back today. Yes, you did, Kai Alexander. You missed it. Yeah, I probably did hurt his feelings. He just ran off. He was upset. Hey, King, I'd like to apologize if you come back. I'd like to apologize if you come back. I'd like to apologize if you come back. I really would. If you come back, I'll apologize. LeVar, please block corny ass King. No, it doesn't work. King is block proof. He's block proof. It will never happen. You can't block him. It doesn't work. It does not work. Because King's not a coward. King is not a coward. This link, he'll click it. A new page, he'll make it. He's not a coward. He's block proof. You can't block him. You really can't. How can you block that which has 1,000 accounts and can make 1,000 more? And can make 1,000 more. And in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he found a system by which he can never get blocked with the same email accounts. I would not put it past him. I wouldn't put it past him. But whatever the case is, he's very entertaining. He does entertain me. He does get my interest. And he does allow me to speak to a certain section. Yeah, he's persistent. He's not a coward. He has admirable attributes. He has admirable attributes. Strap Season said, Fanon uses King as warm-up. Fanon, I agree with you. If someone you care about acting up, you protect them from themselves. Yeah. Not today. Come on back tomorrow. I just wanted it the second that it happened. I checked it. I do think I need to check it, just make sure I understand correctly. And once I understood correctly, I was like, oh, I understand. So no. But you're welcome back tomorrow. Not going to blackball you. Not going to do that. I'm not going to feel sorry for you. G-Man King.
Hey man, I had to jump off because you were a little bit ruthless and vulgar, so I didn't want to upset you.
I was not vulgar, but I was vulgar. No, I was not.
I didn't want to upset you further. So
do you know what the definition of vulgar is?
Are we doing dictionary.com again?
Always, every day, because you know what the dictionary is for? It's to tell you the meaning of words so we both know we're talking about the same thing. Dictionaries are important.
Vulgar doesn't necessarily have to be a curse word.
Vulgar. Definition of vulgar.
You're just meticulous.
Lacking sophistication and good taste, unrefined. Making explicit and offensive references to sex, bodily functions, coarse or rude, a vulgar joke. No, I was not. What I said does not fall into the realm of vulgar. Rude, yes. Vulgar, no. Was English your first language?
No, I didn't.
Then let me tell you, it's my first language. Okay? And I speak it better than you do.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
So therefore, let me help you with the use of the word vulgar. That's inappropriate usage of the word vulgar.
So you saying I'm a moron and I'm stupid? That's not vulgar?
No, that's rude.
Okay.
That's a difference between rude and vulgar. There really are.
I got
vulgar is usually it's something that is sexually explicit, or it maybe you can say, I want to cut the head off of 15 babies and drip the blood. That's not even vulgar. That's disgusting. Vulgar is usually when you are violating certain sexual norms. When you're talking about a woman's private parts and what you're going to do that's when they use the word vulgar. Man, that is vulgar.
I'll have to be more meticulous with my word choice moving forward.
No worries. I'll just correct you every time. Because you're only going to get it through usage. Hey, hold on 1 second, man. I got to put you in the back for a second. Don't go away. Because somebody was before you. What's going on, Blood Boxing?
How's it going there, Fanon, man? I'm having a tropical storm over here in Florida, man. So we've been kind of in and out. So I'm real close to the router. Hopefully I'll be able to keep some service here just for a second.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I wanted to talk real quickly about the situation that you were bringing up in the title of your video with Terence Crawford. Should he drop the belts? You know what? I agree with you. I think that Terence Crawford should come up off the belts and kind of chase novelty fights at this time. Because one thing about the welterweights, looking back on welterweight history, there's only really been two welterweights in the past 60 years that could seek out novelty fights, and that would be Emil Griffith kind of played with it a little bit. Sugar Ray Robinson played with it until Sugar Ray Leonard came around. Now, when Sugar Ray Leonard came around, he fought Bruce Finch in 1982. And you know what? Nobody talks about the fact that there was 3 guys in the division that were more qualified than Bruce Finch to fight Sugar Ray Leonard. It was Milton McCrory, Donald Curry, and Marlon Starlin. And what he did is he chose to retire, not fight those guys. He saw those guys to be high risk, low reward, and nobody really remembers any of that. He wanted to fight Marvin Hagler. Terence Crawford is kind of in a similar position. He's already established himself as the undisputed champion. He's always going to remain as an undisputed champion in the history books. At this time, I think he could come up off the titles and he could go after a bigger fight with somebody up at 154, or he could wait for Canelo Alvarez. But there's no use in him holding on to them belts with the mandatories there. Another thing, too, that I wanted to bring up that's been coming up is the thing you're talking about with Boots Ennis. You know, before the internet era, we never had to hear that this fighter didn't fight enough fights and he didn't fight this guy. He ain't fought nobody yet, because the fans did not have a voice back in the day. Before internet, we had no voice, because if we did have a voice, we would have said that the Olympic star Frank Tate shouldn't have fought Michael Nunn. Because who did Michael Nunn fight before he fought Frank Tate? And he went in there and he beat the hell out of Frank Tate. But Frank Tate was the one who was seen to be the successor of Marvin Hagler, because he was the Olympic star. He went in there, he beat the hell out of Michael Olajide. Hagler and Leonard was just coming off of that fight that they had, that big fight. The belts were available. Frank Tate took advantage of it. He beat Michael Olajide. Nobody was saying, hey, what did Michael Nunn do? Michael Nunn ain't fought nobody, because to be real with it, if you look back at Michael Nunn's resume, he didn't fight anybody before he fought Frank Tate, and he went in there and he beat him. So, you know, I mean, I'm not used to this. Is a new thing, really, to say that Jaron Boots Ennis, he ain't fought nobody and this and that. That's new fans that are doing that. We didn't say that. We didn't ask who Bruce Finch was when he was getting the shot at Sugar Ray Leonard. There was no one out there to say, hey, man, shouldn't Marlon Starlin, Donald Curry get the shot because they have USBA and NABF straps and things like that? So it's a new thing, man. But when it all comes down to it, man, this is a good conversation. I like the topic of this. I like this topic. And, you know, I think that Terence Crawford should just come up off those belts, man, and seek novelty fights. He's in a position to do it now. That's what I believe.
Man, I always forget how much I learn from you every time you talk, Blood.
Yep.
Shit, you good at that. Hey, so just so you'll know, me and Blood are going to be having OG boxing talk on Sunday mornings. I do believe, as long as Blood's available, that we're going to start it this Saturday. We're going to start it this Saturday morning.
Yes, sir.
As it has been, Blood Boxing is the one that is going to, provided we're going to do it the same way, as I think we're going to do it the same way, where Blood Boxing is going to pick the topics by and large, and then we're going to talk about the fights that are upcoming, but let Blood lead a lot of the conversations, a lot of the stuff that's coming by, man, because I got to, you know, I got to bow my head. Always got to bow my head to the boxing historian.
Oh,
those guys
come on
are the
now.
ones that really
Come on
no,
now.
you know the deal. No, you know the deal, dog. Come on, man. You cats like you, guys like Scrapbook Boxing, that guy boxing, the boxing librarian out of UK. I haven't heard him in years, but you know what I mean? You guys have true frames of references for the things that you say. And I think it adds a lot of real quality to the conversation, where, you know, guys like, in rest in peace, Curtis Anderson, you know, guys, that's just real stuff, man. It makes the conversation so much more mature. You know what I mean? It will cuss you out at the same time, but you know, it is, you know what I mean? But no,
well,
man,
you know what? History has always been a part of every sport. When we have Super Bowls and we have NBA finals, we always talk about Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Lou Alcindor. When we have football, we'll talk about Lawrence Taylor, Joe Theismann, Dick Butkus. It don't matter. Even going back as far as Sammy Baugh from the 1930s. So history has always been relevant in every other sport. And that's where the true data lies, within the history. That's where the true examples, the factual data, is in the history. It always is. Everything else is just an opinion. But when we have actual history, historical data to go off of, I think it brings a lot of relevance to the conversation, bro.
Yeah, it does.
But you know what, man, Fanon, man, I'm looking forward to OG Boxing Talk. And I'm going to tell you guys, this time OG Boxing Talk is going to be a whole lot better. I messed up on a lot of things. I wasn't really consistent the last time around, but Fanon, I'm going to be there every Sunday, man. I'll be there every Sunday for you, man. And we're going to make this show a great show, man.
Yes,
so
sir.
You guys be on the lookout for that, man. I'm going to go ahead and go because we have a tropical storm here in Gainesville. And we face the Category 4. So,
all right. Hey, man, be safe out there, brother.
It's not really stable right now. But I'm looking forward to Sunday. It will be stable on Sunday, and I'll see you at 10 o'clock a.m. for now.
All right, brother. Get back with you, man. Peace.
Peace out, bro.
Yeah, I'm so much looking forward to it. Those are such great conversations. All right, G-Man King. So you were with Vulgar?
Yeah, ultimately, I enjoy having these conversations with you. You can say I'm a polemicist. That's what you can call me. I enjoy talking boxing.
A polemicist? What is a polemicist?
You can look it up. Dictionary.
No, what is it? You use the word. What is it? It's many something. Polyoctagon.
It's P-O-L-I. Polemicist.
What does the word mean, man?
It means that when somebody involves themselves in debates, controversial debates.
How do you spell this word?
Polimicist.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. You participate in dumb debates. No. But go ahead, man. Polemicist. I don't think you are engaging in controversial debates. You're just participating in a debate with really bad opinions. But anyway, let me see. What word would I use? Let me see. A person that
you can use that word for yourself too, I think.
No, I don't. I don't participate in controversial debates. I really don't.
So you participate in one-sided ass whoopings, according to you.
I would just call you argumentative. And that's on the narcissistic spectrum. So I think that you may be a little bit of a narcissist.
Yeah, that's your suspicion, man. You have quite a few suspicions about me.
I do. And guess what? A lot of them have been proven correctly.
Dog whistles, narcissism.
No, that's not an assumption. A dog whistle is a name of something particular. Dog whistles, that's just what they are. Then don't worry about it. It's just what it is. It is a dog whistle. That's a noun. But anyway, what else? I just wanted to tell you that, hey, man, I admit I'm sorry that what I said offended you and made you run off.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, you take it easy then.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You take it easy as well.
All right.
There you go. So I kind of kept my word. You are too intelligent to be disputing this guy. No, I'm not. I don't know how intelligent you think I am where I'm too smart to argue with somebody. I don't even know why that shit makes sense. Body alarm. I am not above arguing with anybody. I will argue with you. It's a boxing channel where you're supposed to do that. It's the job. You know what I mean? You said that was nice. Yeah, I mean, because I seriously called him stupid. I mean, I meant every word of it too. So that was rude and excessive is how I would describe it. Not vulgar, because I'm never vulgar. I don't have a vulgar. I shy away from vulgarity. You know what I mean? I shy away from vulgarity. I don't like vulgar. I don't think I've ever been vulgar in my life. So that does not work for me. I don't have a vulgar personality. Definition of a moron, a foolish or stupid person, an idiot. No, I just think he's a little bit like paid. That's what I think. But it is what it is, man. I just did want to get that out there because no joke, man. There's some things about King that I do respect. He misspelled that damn word. I mean, I just wanted to show him that there's a reason that there's a dictionary. Dictionaries are good things. If you say something, I'm going to, and I don't know what the word means, I'm going to ask you what does that word mean? What does that word mean? There's no shame in that. What does that word mean? You tell me what the word means, then we can talk about whether it can be applied. There's no shame. I don't know every word in the English dictionary. I don't. All I know is that I speak English better than you do because I have better reading comprehension than you do. I can read English and know what it means. You may know the definition of the word, but still not know what an entire paragraph is trying to communicate to you. I speak English very, very well, very fluent, and I understand English. The subtleties of the language, the dog whistles, when you're saying something and whether or not what you mean when you're saying it. I can pick up sarcasm. I can pick up all kind of stuff. Malcolm X read and memorized the dictionary. That's why he could debate everyone and win. No, that's not why, Kai. It's not why. Because he had somebody making great arguments for him. It's his historian. Man and man had, do you know who his advisor was in his debates? Yikes. Dude, he had John Henry Clark. Can't memorize the dictionary. Look. Yeah, you're not going to be able to say every word in the dictionary. That's true. But no, John, the secret behind Malcolm X's ability to debate was a guy named John Henry Clark. That was the reason he's whooping everybody. John Henry Clark. Just like blood boxing, let me tell you, I screw around to listen to blood boxing long enough. If I listen to blood boxing and I listen to certain other guys, with my ability to make an argument, you will never touch me. Because first of all, I know what you're talking about. They're historians. I'm telling you, the best boxing YouTubers are the historians. I don't care about the channels that do all of the technical breakdowns of fights. The technical breakdowns of fights are all good because that's hit or miss. That's hit or miss, right? Whether or not you're pivoting this way, pivoting that way, dude, half of the dudes get their predictions wrong all the time because they're still using those basic fundamentals to make a prediction. Okay, so that's only worth so much. It's worth a lot, but it's only worth so much. Channels like me that are basically just boxing talk. Now, you can't memorize to memorize all of the words is one thing. To memorize them means that you have to be able to start at the very first sentence and go all the way to the end and literally say the entire thing. To remember the meanings of all the words is one thing. To actually memorize an entire dictionary, that means you'd have to repeat the entire dictionary. Nobody is memorizing that dictionary where they can literally say every word in the dictionary from the beginning, from the title all the way to the back, all the way to the people that wrote it, who the publishing house was, all of that. That's memorizing a book, bro. That's memorizing a book. When you say he read the Bible, he read it, go down prison. If you can do that, you got a memory beyond memories. If you can recite, I don't know anybody that can recite the Bible. The whole Bible. You can recite that mug. That's a lot of time. Yeah, see, guys like that's very good to list for because they're giving you all the technical stuff. We're having boxing conversations, bro. Let's not get it twisted. I know what I'm doing. I know exactly I know what I'm doing. And I never lie to y'all about what I'm doing. What I'm doing is facilitating an ongoing boxing discussion. That's what I'm doing. I'm not a videographer. I'm not running around with a camera. You get a whole lot of subscribers being a videographer. Whole lot of them. But will they care what you actually have to think and what you have to say? And are you engaged in the conversation of boxing? I'm telling you, people try to be jack of all trades because they're going wherever the money takes them or wherever the statistics take them. The statistics aimed me right here, and this is where I'm staying. Fanan, I lost count of how many people have memorized the Quran. Hey, man, then good for them. They're good at within them. I know that's good for them. And then I don't doubt the ability is out there for somebody. Memorizing that mug, bro, woo-wee. That is absolutely, you got a lot of time, though. You got 20 years. You may be able to pull that off. You know what I'm saying? Are there fights this weekend? Let me check. See if there's fights this weekend. Videographers get upset. Or let me tell you, people that are like trainers and stuff, they get upset with people that have boxing opinion channels. Because you're confusing me with yourself. I hear your snide ass comments, by the way. I hear them. I watch your channel. Because I'm listening to you and learning. And I hear your snide ass comments every once in a while. Off of me thinking this fighter's going to win or that fighter's going to win. I hear it. But dude, that's not my job. I don't break down fights. What should annoy you is people that are actually breaking down fights, claiming that they're really breaking fights down when they're not doing that. They don't have the expertise to do that. To technically break down a boxing match is a skill set that is only learned in a gym with somebody that is literally building a fighter and telling them to put their feet here, move your foot here. This is called this, go through this. And they know the progressions of development for a fighter from the ground up all the way to when they're ready to spar, and from when they're sparred to when they're able to actually have an official fight, and when they have an official fight to when they're able to go up another level in the amateurs, and when they go up from another level to the pros, and when they're in the pros already. Those guys who know how to break all that stuff. That's what they do. Because that's what they do. Don't get mad at me because I'm a fan, and that's what I'm very good at. I'm very good at being a boxing fan. Very, 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 very good at being a boxing fan. Sitting my ass down in a seat and watching y'all fight and enjoying it and knowing which fight fans want to see. Knowing what fans want to see. What groups of fans want to see. What? All of that. I know how to do all of that. The business of boxing, business in boxing, bro, I know full well what business is. I know it full well, which is why I want another trainer to jump up here and try to debate me about business. I will mop the floor with you. I will mop the floor with you. More than likely, I'll mop the floor with you. Mop the floor with you. Yeah, I will. Because I've been in the stands, in between sitting in the stands and watching y'all fight, I've been working. There's 24 hours a day for everybody. And I'm 54 years old, so 54 times 365 times 24 is a lot of damn time, in which I've been learning the entire time, even when I'm sleeping. Been learning a long time. So all the time that you've been figuring out how to punch people, properly hit and not get hit, and win boxing matches and get in shape and all the things necessary to hit and not get hit, dog, I've been doing different things, and I've been working just as hard as you have. Believe it. Terence Crawford does not work harder than me. I promise you he don't work harder than me. Doesn't. Does not work harder than my brother. Doesn't work harder than my sister. Floyd Mayweather Jr. does not work harder than me. Does not work harder than me. I work all the time, 7 days a week. I don't get to chill at strip clubs. And even then, even in law school, we were at strip clubs studying. So anyway, I say all that to say, I forgot my point. But I got 5 more minutes in a live stream. Anybody want to hit me up? Oh, I remember now. So yeah, stay in your lanes, bro. That's a bold statement. What's a bold? No, it's a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact. I guarantee you he don't work harder than me. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. How many hours does he have in his day? I guarantee you. If you work every waking moment, how can somebody work harder than you? How? Does he have more days? How many hours does work you think he works a day? 5? 6? 8? 8? What do you think he does physically? Hours you think he works a week, a day physically? 10? 12? He can't work physically 12 hours every day. Athletes do not work 12 hours a day. Your body, you need rest. Unless you consider rest as work, which it is. How? Do you know how hard people work in business? Every day. They get up in the, I'm going to tell you something like, or T. Orlando Pearson. Bud don't work harder than T. Orlando Pearson does. I guarantee you he doesn't work as hard as T. Orlando Pearson does. You know why? I bet you money T. Orlando Pearson works no less than 14 hours a day. I bet you he does not work less than 14 hours a day. I bet you. T. Orlando, how many hours you work a day? Please don't troll. T. Orlando, how many hours you work a day? You build 2,600 hours. That 2,000 is full 40 hours a week. 8 hours a day is 1,800 hours. 26 as billing 2,600 hours, which means he had to work longer than that because you actually have to come in to work. You have to get up, wash your ass, and get there. Eat all of those things necessary to do it. That's a lot of hours, bro. That's 2,000 hours. 2,000 hours is full-time, is 2,000. Actually, dude, 2,000 is no vacations. It's like 1,800 is that's 1,000 over what most people do. Because that's including it. That's billed at about 55 to 20, 52 to 55 a week. You say you work about 10 hours for every 8 billed. Dog, he's working 12, 14-hour days. I know off his job description. There's no way T. Orlando can do what T. Orlando Pearson does for a living and not be engaged in work 12, 14 hours a day. And that's every day of the week. No, bro, I'm telling you, I know people that work, man. They work. Work. My mother-in-law, my wife works. Dude, my wife works. I promise you, man. My wife works from about 6 o'clock in the morning to at least 10 o'clock at night. 10, 11 o'clock at night. 6, I would safely say like legit like 8 a.m. at the latest. 8 a.m. I would say her work day is probably like maybe 7:30, 8 a.m. till around 10 o'clock at night. So that's 10, right? 14. She'll do a 15-hour work day like it ain't shit. My wife will do a 14-hour workday like it ain't shit. So don't tell me that you boxers are out there working 14, 15 hours a day. Every damn day. No, you not. Oh, that's why I just got a raise yesterday. Hey, man, congratulations on your raise, T. Orlando. He said, my dad told me you go to college to learn how not to work. I'm putting in hours, but I'm not digging dishes. Yeah, I get that. Now, the hard physical work, that's something else, but that mental work ain't no joke. It's still work. It's still hard work. George said, hey, does the IBO belts count? Nope. Who is this organization? Saludos, the best boxing channel on YouTube. Thank you, brother. No, not really. It's not considered a major championship belt. It's not considered a major championship belt. No, it's not. No, man, man, don't be thinking these people don't work. These professors, these guys, they work. Man, I'll slap, man. Please don't talk about that dude. That dude lost my vote. That dude lost. First of all, yeah, man, that's all I can say about that. I'm going to leave that alone. But look, man, much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in Super Chat. Thank y'all so much for your continued support. Strapsy said I am in IT, and my body might work, but only 3 hours, but my mind is 16 hours a day. Yes, and it is fatiguing to work that long. That is hard work. That's hard work. Physically, it's not hard work. Mentally, it's very hard work. And you will get tired. Man, some of y'all can't even read a book. Like, I'm no joke. Dude, I can't even hardly read a book anymore. Like, I can't. I pick up a book and I read 2 pages and I'm like, oh. I mean, no joke. With what I'm doing now, I read a book. I read 2 pages of a book and I get tired. 3 pages, I'm willing to take a nap. I used to be able to read 2,000 pages. I would go, man, I may go 200 pages at a stint when I was in shape. He said, I read court cases and decisions all damn day. I'm telling you. And you got to be able to focus and understand that. That is a lot of mental energy. That's hard work, man. Dude, that's hard work. I try to read one, dude, because you know T. Orlando, I be trying to read them. You know what I mean? I still got access to Westlaw. I still got actually LexisNexis. I can get access to the cases because I got friends that can send me the cases. Every once in a while, I'll ask for them, right? I'll ask for the case. I'll try to, man, I get like, God, dog, I got to skip to the end of this bitch. I got to skip to the end of this bitch. I swear I do. Anyway, yeah, that's just me. I'm just mentally out of shape for that. I'm mentally out of shape. And I think to myself, sometimes I need to get in shape. Head notes. Yeah. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I want to oh God, man. I'm just so tired, man. I'm so tired. I get so tired doing that. Nothing wrong. Yeah, no, shade and vacation is necessary. It's necessary. Very necessary. Rest is important. He said, facts, nothing like mental fatigue, man. That is not easy work. No joke. It's not easy work. Just being able to do that, because you got to build up your endurance. Like, even to talk, I can talk 3 hours now. When I first started doing 3-hour live streams, my voice used to get sore. My voice doesn't get sore anymore. I can talk for 5 hours and my voice doesn't get sore. At a good pace too, because my body's adapted to it. I can do this for 4 hours. I could talk for another 2 hours and not affect my voice. And I can do it 7 days a week. But anyway, look, man, I'm going to get up out of here, man. Much love. Thank you, all things. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. Thank you guys so much for your support. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.